Hello everyone. It is time for the old dungeons, the old dragons, and the old, I don't know, whatever else you're meant to find in this game. I've never played it before. I don't know about you. It's been a weird week. It's always been a weird week, but it continues to be a weird week. Anyway, we are joined by, of course, only Gargoyle, because for some reason the source mirrors don't like loading. There we go. Everyone else is back in the room. We are joined by some magnificent people, and I'm going to unmute myself and reveal them all to you. So let's try unmuting. I every time I try with the keyboard shortcut, I'm not even going to bother this time because it doesn't work every time.
Oh.
Hello.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Happy birthday, Nick. Sake. Yeah, is everything? Oh, yeah. There. Okay, there it is.
Is everything?
Sorry, the stream's kind of delayed, so when I tabbed into it, I just saw pixels there. Bree and Keith aren't.
Yeah, it's the source mirror doesn't like loading for some reason until you just double click on it. I couldn't tell you why, but yeah, there's a huge delay on the YouTube video. The reason is YouTube offers automatic closed captioning, but it has to run at at a bigger delay in order to do it. But yeah, we get closed captioning without having to do any work, but it is more of a delay. But in D&D it doesn't really matter. It's not like we're doing Jackbox or something, so it's comparatively.
When we say a really difficult NPC name and then the auto-captioning gets it wrong, we can then use the auto-captioning's interpretation to create a new NPC.
That's true. Actually, that's one thing that could probably save you with the transcription thing. I think it saves that, and I think I can download it somewhere. So I could just get you the full automatic transcription, which usually is pretty good, actually, from when I've been playing with it before. These days, anyway.
Transcription, aka thieves can't in this game.
That works. I like that. All right, who wants inspiration?
Me.
Sure. No.
It was. Well, there's potentially a big day coming up for Grounded, so maybe it would be best if you have inspiration. I will allow this one because I know the party does plan on taking a long rest pretty soon, I think.
No.
If they do plan on taking a long rest pretty soon, I will allow this inspiration to carry over, because it'd be mean of me to give you this and then say, well, it's gone now, like five minutes into the game. That'd be bullshit. So yeah, if you give me a lovely recap of what happened last session, you can have inspiration while I drink some rum.
So, last session started off with us speaking to a dragon who interrogated on us why we wanted to destroy the world, which was actually news for us because we weren't plotting to destroy the world, as far as anyone knows.
Never intentional.
Maybe just, put someone in charge who might burn the world down, that sort of thing. Really shouldn't say that while Iris isn't here. Oh well. So yeah, after some interrogation, we convinced the dragon, who was of course Eao's god sibling, because, yeah, why not? To unlock the lock. Eao promised to free the other dragons, who of course just sort of being kept as lab experiments. I think Gargoyle also promised to help free the dragon themselves, because apparently they don't like being in small rooms like that. Which
Gargoyle made mistakes, yes.
What else? Yeah, I'm suddenly drawing a blank.
Experiment MB1.
Oh yeah. Then we heard some mysterious crying. We happened upon a scientist who was drawing not blanks, but childish doodles, because they've been rendered childish by an orb. Because this channel just has a thing about orbs.
Orbs are cool.
Please, yeah.
Please join the His Curse in this Discord today.
Yeah. And yep, we fought a bunch of researchers who'd been made dumb by an orb. Or they had low intelligence but high wisdom still. But anyway, yeah, we beat up a bunch of what are effectively children. Eao stole the orb and knocked out the researcher because he wasn't going to keep things quiet. And I think that's about where the session ended.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
also,
it.
Grant has discovered how to make a pill that cures basically anything.
That's it. You found a cache, a hidden smuggler's cache, which is actually where you are right now. If I put the map on the screen for everyone. So that's where you are right now, is this little hidden smuggler's cache. So it was stuck behind bars, and there didn't appear to be any way to get in. But of course, Gargoyle quite smartly used, it was Misty Step, wasn't it, that you used to jump behind?
Yeah.
So you just teleported behind, because that's probably how the smugglers were getting in there. So from inside you found a lever that you could use to drop the grates from in there, and yeah, you found a load of drugs, just an absolute ton of drugs, and the formulas for making the drugs. Yeah, and we're going full Breaking Bad with it, really.
And then Eao ran off and is probably pranking people with the Mindbreaker orb, which he stole.
Yeah.
Well, we'll hear
fair,
about what
yeah.
she's up to when Eao's player comes back.
Although, to be fair, the pill was a completely separate thing. Which, yeah, because I just found the pill that was apparently there as an emergency measure.
Yes,
for the
sorry. Yes, the emergency lesser restoration pill. Greater restoration pill? Restoration pill. You've got the notes. I can't
Greater
remember what it is.
restoration.
Greater, yeah.
That's good, because the lesser restoration pill would be pretty naff.
Yeah, because we were talking about how
yeah.
it would really... It's not an effective pill if you've been petrified.
And the party, has a... party has a bard who can cast lesser restoration about 5 times a day, so...
Do we?
Well... technically, yes.
They just went on a holiday.
Yeah. Well, no, they're currently unconscious in Petra's living room.
Okay.
As far as we know.
Because the last time they woke up, grounded, just punched him straight in the head, knocked him unconscious again. So that's currently where they are. Actually, I think they're in bed,
Where's
aren't
they
they?
coming?
Didn't they get dragged to bed?
On the sofa. If I recall correctly, Grant just sort of picked them up and plopped them on the sofa.
That's it. That's a good point. Yes. So
Where's that instinctual punch when it's an enemy?
Oh, if you want someone who punches anime, you need Nick.
Not. God damn it. Right. So to continue on, then, are you all planning on heading back for a long rest, or are you continuing to explore the dungeon? After all, Gargoyle, for example, does know that there are benefits to continuing to explore the dungeon. Specifically for them, there is something in here that they need to steal. But, on the other hand... how are you all doing for resources? Like, how many hit dice have you got? How much, spell slots, channel divinities, and all that?
You make my poor innocent bird sound so criminal.
I mean, I could have said you're going to mug them for it, because, like, the thing you're trying to steal is attached to someone.
Since we last entered, I believe I've used 1 level 2 spell and 1 hit dice.
Oh, wow, that's better than I thought. I thought I only had 1 level 1 spell left. I've got 2.
I think I've used 1 hit dice, although I've only got 18 hit points at the moment.
I'm only missing
I've
4
used
hit points.
I've used up my use of invisibility for the day. I mean, to be fair, nice thing about being a rogue is you don't really have that many sort of limited use abilities. You just get to sneak attack every opportunity.
That's true. I mean, I leave it up to you, if I'm honest. From my opinion, as a GM, you've already done 4 encounters in this adventuring day. That's not too bad, to be honest, considering some of them were pretty hard. Especially as one of them killed a character.
We do need to long rest to level up.
You do need to long rest to level up. You absolutely do. Yep. And there are some things that will approach sooner if you level up, such as getting rid of the hag in Grounded Head. So yeah, I leave it up to you.
Yay. I mean, to be fair, Granda does have something else she wants to do before, well, apart from prep for the fight, she does need to get one minor task sorted out.
Yep.
Probably going to be... Oh, well.
Yeah, instantly, in character, do you happen to have a sewing kit?
No. Is a sewing kit an artisan?
Tailor's tools.
Yeah.
But I could make one for you. Let me see how making that works.
You need
really
an
quickly.
hour, which can be taken as part of a short or long rest. And then you also need to have some other form of artisan's tools. I think you've got to have either tinker's tools or thieves' tools on hand. And then you can just make them. Yeah, you can make any type of artisan's tools. They'll last until you use that feature again to make another set of artisan's tools. So there's no other cost as well.
It'll take some time, though. It'd be prudent to go back.
Yeah, I do need to see those bards about getting the hag out of my head.
You're going to have to run past this getting the hag out of your head thing past me. Like, I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, I'm also not sure what that means.
Okay. So, Grounded pulls out a bag of tea.
Grounded, roll me
And then pulls out
a wisdom saving throw, please. No, charisma saving throw, I think.
Oh.
This feels like force of, like, personality.
Instead of pulling out a bag of tea, Rounded starts teabagging.
Oh no. Oh. That's actually a 20.
You're fine. You pull out tea, you don't pull out a knife or anything.
Oh, God.
What? How'd that even...
I mean, you do have knives on your person.
It's true. Yeah. So I show them a full bag of tea. Then I show them an empty tea bag. So yeah, the tea, it's medicinal. I kind of didn't want to run out. And when I was travelling from a walk to Karaki, I basically...
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. So that's what you think you were saying. But what is coming out of your mouth right now is a very detailed history of the Spires of Walk.
Oh no, I've been load.
It is interesting to know a bit more about Wark. I've never been personally, but I'm not sure it explains the whole hag thing.
Okay, if only someone who spoke thieves' cant was around.
I'm afraid it still would have stopped you, actually.
Ah.
While in your head, the hag understands exactly what you're trying to do.
Okay.
I stole that entirely, by the way, from Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, which is the best depiction of the Fae in all of English literature, in my opinion.
Okay. Can I cast Minor Illusion to just create literally a pictogram of, like, just a picture of a hat? Well, a picture of old Nana, and just an arrow pointing to my head.
Okay, sure. So you cast that, and the image that appears... I think it's going to be like it's pointing at your head, and then it's going to just say like idiot.
I'm with stupid.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm being blocked from saying stuff. Just a hunch.
You're able to say that. That's fine.
Well, that sounds rather inconvenient.
Damn the Patriots.
Lale-lule-lo. So,
But yeah,
back to Petra's house then? And Gargle is going to take out a red mirror marble and just go through the nearest wall.
Okay. If you're all following, I will toggle the map off, and you'll jump out into Petra's house. Boop. And Petra's house now is a cacophony of feathers and peeping, and there's flour everywhere because Petra's still trying to make some. She was trying to bake some bread, and
suddenly there's a corpse. Oh no, it's Rosad. He's fine.
Ruz is Ruz is gone. And if you ask Petra, Petra will say, "Yes. Soon after you went back in the run, they got up, wrote something, handed it to me, and then left. I didn't read it. They said it was for you, but yeah, just gone."
Were they okay?
They had a distant look. Said there was something they needed to do. And Petra probably hands you the note grounded. Probably, more so than anyone else.
Okay.
And what it says on there, in pretty rough, pretty sort of chicken scratch scrawl, which is, it's a little odd. I mean, like, Rosette's actually like an orator and a historian as well. But it's pretty quick, and it just says, "Gone to hunt for new rubes."
Don't think I've ever heard of this word before. What's a rube?
Petra just sort of looks at you and goes,
Someone who's gullible and falls for cons.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean Eao wasn't complimenting me?
It's a damn shame you've already got inspiration. Oh, that tickled me.
Okay. So, you needed some sewing tools?
Oh, yep. And Granted just sort of folds her arms and looks at the harpies who are presumably they're causing chaos.
Oh yeah, so there's little baby harpy shaped footprints in the flour, and flour footprints all over the place. It's on the soft furnishings, it's in the carpet, somehow it's half up the walls. Maybe one of them has taken this moment to decide to learn how to fly, but hasn't gotten very good at it. And yeah, they're so covered actually in flour that you can't actually tell which one is which until you give them a bit of a bath. Like, they're just completely covered. But they all run over to you as soon as they see you come back out. And they're just sort of little hopping around at your ankles and jumping up and down and peeping.
Aww. It'd be cute if they didn't have human faces.
One of them dawdles over to you and just bumps into you, leaving basically a penguin-shaped white print on your leg, and then just bumps back and waddles off. What are you doing, by the way, with Rosad's letter?
Okay, I guess I hand it
Don't
to
eat
Hannah. Because she's the near. Without Eao, she's the nearest thing to a sensible adult here.
Oh god.
Rip. Yep. Okay. So you get a very simple letter that says, "Gone to hunt for new rubes."
Actually, can I do a chromatological analysis of the letter to ensure it was actually... No, just messing with you.
I mean, you can if you want. You've got all the tools required.
I mean, there would be a reason for Gargoyle too, but I'm tempted to, like, take out the temporal crystal and see if, like, the letter changes what's written on it.
Oh, yeah.
It'd probably just show, like, the words being written.
You can if you want.
I don't think Gargoyle knows Rose well enough to suspect that they would put a coded message somewhere.
Fair enough.
Right.
Okay.
So Gargoyle sits down on Patra's couch and kind of pulls the table a bit closer and starts taking out his tinkering tools. And before he starts working on getting grounded her sewing kit, he's gonna find a small ornament on the table and just do a bit of work around it, and it starts emitting the sound of wafting leaves. It's helps him relax. So, anyone want to tell Petra what we've been up to? Because a lot happened, and I don't think I can remember it all.
She starts
We left
massaging her
dragon-
temple, and she's like, I don't want to know.
Nothing too bad. Nothing too bad.
Okay.
I will say that there are some dead researchers in there, but we didn't do anything about that, and indeed we have caused less damage because of our intervention there.
Dead.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't you, something else?
One was being eaten by a... The way you all described it was that it was reading your secrets, I believe.
Yep. It
Something-
knows I'm a jerk.
Something that was reading people's secrets. It had killed and was busy, I believe, eating a researcher.
How many eyes did it have?
I can't remember what the description of the monster is at the top
Would
of my
have
head.
had one
but
giant eye in the middle of his
I've-
face.
I've-
Gargoyle is just still looking down and working. It's just one.
She- That- You're describing a Nothic. Oh, that poor soul.
Yeah, it was quite thin.
It was not thick, yes.
Nothics aren't a beast or a monster. That's a person.
Hmm.
If you read the wrong book, if you absorb the wrong knowledge, that's what happens to you. That Nothic could have been any one of us.
Certainly couldn't have been the student it was eating.
It's a good thing we don't allow warlocks in here.
After that, we found a crystal dragon, which seemed to have questions for us, which we answered at least to its satisfaction.
Crystal?
Yep.
I'm not aware of a... Well, I suppose I'm not an expert in dragons, but crystal?
Crystal. Big crystal dragon in a small cage.
It seemed to know Eao.
It said it was one of the only one of its kind. And the other ones are somewhere here in Cantlore.
That doesn't make any sense.
Most of
You
the
can't
mirror
just-
doesn't seem to make very much sense.
Well,
From an outsider's point of view, that is.
I'm starting to realize that a lot of Cantlore doesn't make any sense.
yeah. Yeah, that's understandable. But... A new type of dragon? Really?
Mm-hmm.
No.
That wasn't the worst thing they were making down there.
How would they get it in there?
Presumably had a baby and then it aged.
But dragons live for hundreds of years. How long must it have been down there, the poor thing?
And then we interrupted a science experiment or a magic experiment, which seemed to be draining the intelligence of the researchers that were conducting the experiment, they'd taken to worshipping it.
Oh my. Well, that's horrifying. Well, I mean, you must know we never saw anything like that when over in the quarry. We just, you know,
I'm sure.
Just study rocks.
I'm sure. It just seems like the rest of Cantlore seems to be using the mirror run as its experimental pocket dimension where they do some terrifying research, to be honest.
I believe they called it the Mindbreaker Orb.
Well, that's just gauche.
It seems a little nail on the head, yes.
Petra,
Yeah?
you know about mirror metal.
Yeah, of course, Gargoyle.
Does Cantlore outsource it to any militaries?
No. We keep it for ourselves. We don't really need money here.
Well, then I wonder why we need a Mindbreaker Orb.
I don't know either. No, the mirror metal, we mainly use it to make golems. And a couple of other artifacts and, you know, inventions, but mainly golems, because you need security that works against mages, and mirror metal's pretty immune to magic, so it makes sense.
Speaking of, next time we do go in, it might be worth it to stop by the quarry to get some mirror metal to make something protective against Cantlore, if Cantlore is going to be coming down on us at any point.
Sure, yeah. Well, in the quarry we have quite a lot of raw material. It's not easy to work, but I can help. I can help with that. That's my specialist subject. That's the one thing I'm good at.
Also, it might not have escaped Petra's attention, but I'm wearing a completely different suit of armor than what I went in with.
She's so tired at this point. Like, she's not slept for 3 days straight. She probably hasn't noticed, but I think if you move past her and the light catches your shimmer scales, she'll be like, "Weren't you in
So Gargoyle does that all the time, anyway.
But weren't you in..." No, I'm going mad. Sorry, I'm going mad.
No, complete your thought. I want to know.
Weren't you in different armor?
Yes.
Did you steal it?
I'm not sure if steal is the correct word. This was pre-attuned to me inside the mirror run.
I don't know why I'm even asking, honestly. You murdered someone when you arrived.
I did not murder someone when I arrived, thank you very much.
It was self-defense.
Speaking of armor and the mirror run, that reminds me. I heard some rumors somewhere that one of the artificers in Cantlore is working on something. I tried to find out where they were, but never had any luck. Now that I know that the mirror run is a place, and that experiments seem to go on there, on and off the record.
We do get one, yeah.
There.
He stops by the quarry sometimes for materials. Yeah. Tiefling.
Now, Petra, when was the last time you slept?
Is it still morning?
It is just coming up to noon now. She's probably thinking, 2 days? 3 days? It's been a lot of peeping.
Yeah. Granted folds her arms and looks at the hatchlings.
And you get a beep. Back. Yeah. Sorry, I should double check. Were you actually examining that letter, or is that being filed away?
Yeah, I'm guessing I'm just doing chromatography on it for the heck of it.
Okay, roll me... actually, don't roll me. You'd notice this immediately. So there is something else written on it. It's on the back. And that is as subtle as Rosad was, so that it's just written on the back. And it says, "I'm sorry, but I must part ways with you for now. My recent deaths have given me a new perspective on the path that I must take. I know you would have joined me, but I can't ask you for what I must do from here. I can't afford to lose you as well. Hopefully one day we can meet again and have some more fun. Until then, anyway, here's Wonderwall." And that was written by Leggy. And
nice to know it wasn't a priority to try and absolve Gargoyle of any kind of guilt.
Specifically told me to put that on the back in a small corner where they wouldn't see it initially. So, on the other hand, I have heard privately that they might be back soon. So that might be nice. But anyway. So you don't need to do chromatography. I mean, you can if you want. You won't reveal anything else. But, that's the secret message. That's about as sophisticated as Rosad is when it comes to secret communications. It's just written on the back in the corner. So, if there's nothing else you all want to do immediately, you can all take a rest. You can either take a short rest, in which case, Gargoyle, you'll be able to finish the tailor's tools, or you can take a long rest, in which case Gargoyle, you'll be able to finish the tailor's tools, and then Grounded, you can get cracking on your personal projects as well. And if there's anyone you need to notify about things you're doing, feel free.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say Grounded slips Hannah a note.
What does the note say?
Basically, okay, there is a hag in my head, and it just has the details of when the brass cannons have agreed to help her get rid of it.
Okay,
and
no, Nick, what
has...
does the note say?
No, this one does work. This one was made beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah. And the note basically asked you to, okay, let me just double check what I did. Oh, yeah. Basically says the hag can hijack my body at any time. And asks you to hide her slippers of spider climb in a place where she can't find them. To reduce the risk she'll be forced to pick anyone up and drop them.
Mm-hmm.
And also that she's going to have a small bag of caltropes at her waist, which can be quite easily torn by pulling a tab. In case that comes up.
Cool.
And obviously you'll have enough time to prep all of that during either a short or long rest. A long rest if you're using the tailor's tools, which you will be for at least one other thing, and you'll probably use that for the bag as well, I guess.
Yeah.
So, are you taking a long rest, just to confirm?
Yeah, give Petra some sleep.
Okay,
yep.
Welcome to day 11, Chance, where it is now 8 a.m.
As in, you draw a card from the deck, or is it community chest?
It's the day of games, so some of them are dedicated to gods, and this is dedicated to the Ikosuki.
The Ikosuki.
The Ikosuki.
The Ikosuki.
Exactly. They worship chance and fortune.
Wait, is that when you die, but you end up in another dimension as the protagonist?
No, that's something else.
It's when you die and it's 20 sides. It's got 20 sides on it.
Yeah. Do you remember when Rosad and actually when a lot of people tried to beat up a roadside games purveyor and it turned out to be a bishop? The Ikosuki is the religion that they were the bishop of. And yeah, it's their day today on Chance. Should anyone need to know what lectures are on at Cantlore, the morning it is spellcraft and it is feasting day in the evening. So there is no lecture, but there is a big meal put on.
Nick scrambling to justify the reason that he's got so many D20s.
I don't have that many D20s. I've got 3 D20s. That's perfectly reasonable for a DM.
One for my character's portent specifically.
Oh no, I've got 5 D20s. That's a very good point.
Yeah, but you need 2 so you can roll with advantage, you know?
Yeah. Right. So yeah, it's 8 a.m. You do know that Grounded will be confronting the hag at midnight tonight. So you have 16 hours. You also know you cannot long rest again before that time, because you only long rest once every 24 hours. So whatever you do, don't overdo it before you face the hag, basically. I mean, you can just take the day off and rest. Like, the mirror run potions have worn off, so you don't have to go straight back in. They last 8 hours. You can just take the day and rest, sort out some private things, and we can, do a little montage and fast forward to the evening. But if there is something that one of you wants to particularly do, to be honest, you should have mentioned it earlier when I asked. So, yeah.
There's not very much in Cantlore that I need to do,
Yeah.
seeing as I'm not magically trained. There's plenty of things I can do if needs arise, but there's no need for me to do it right now.
Grounded's not magically trained, and she's already threatened one archmagus of Cantlore.
Threatening people isn't my style.
It wasn't really wasn't a threat. It was just a suggestion of future actions that may not benefit them.
Oh,
Using
doing that,
a crossbow.
That's definitely my style, but
It was a gift.
Not with a crossbow. Like, trained in intimidation, but doesn't use it very often. Doesn't feel the need to. But also, I can't exactly bluff my way around a ton of the magical theory here.
That's fair. That is fair. I mean, there are, clerics here and that sort of thing. There are also religious mages, but that's a good point.
That lack of training in religion really hangs around me.
What kind of paladin isn't trained in religion, honestly?
Most of them aren't.
Fair. So, Grounded, why don't you tell the rest of the party what they are seeing as the results of your overnight crafting?
Okay, so Grounded isn't actually particularly necessarily proficient with mechanical nod there, with tailoring tools, but she is sort of used to repairing tears on her armor and such like. And what she's actually doing is, aside from modifying a pouch of caltrope so it can easily be opened, just creating a little tearaway tab on it, she's also crafting some little hats for the hatchlings.
Aww.
Yeah. So, Huey has a little newsboy cap. Dewey has a flat cap. Wait, did I miss a name? Oh wait, no, I didn't. Louis has a completely forgotten. I want to be evil and say Shorby, but no one deserves that.
Oh, poor Louis.
Louis has
No other.
Cowboy hat. Yeah, let's go over cowboy hats.
Oh, so it's just going. So Louis is going to remove the hat and go Harpy.
Harpy.
Yeah. Yep. And last but not least, Higgs has a helmet, but not an actual helmet. It's just sort of it's a leather cap shaped like a helmet.
A bit padded, a bit to absorb the impact.
I'm kind of impressed that you didn't go and give one of them a hood, one of them a helmet, one of them a mitre, and one of them a wizard's hat, and you've got an entire small adventuring party to race.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to be the wizard, and you're going to be the cleric, and you're going to be the fighter.
For Halloween, they're going to be the Tricons.
Grounded wouldn't want to pigeonhole them.
Oh, terrible. Can I take away inspiration now? That's the
you
thing.
Can, it was a long
say
rest.
no.
All right, we jump forward to midnight.
Sure, we could have plenty more talented puns about
We
birds.
jump forward to midnight.
Gargoyle was going.
Rapturous applause.
And let me bring up the map that I've made for this. Hold on. So, you convene on an area of Cantlore to the north called Sky Theatre. And Sky Theatre is hanging off of the edge of a cliff over swirling cloud, and it is, you can always see stars above it. Regardless of the weather conditions, you can always see stars above it. And this is where the bards tend to stay. So once that's loaded in, you'll have to bring in your characters, and I will toggle the map.
Okay, this is weird because I'm here, but sort of like a shadow.
Oh wow, there are now multiple groundeds, multiple paladins. Everything's very confusing. And you are met by the brass cannons as well. Let me drag out a number of bard tokens or something. What have I
At
got?
this juncture, I'm probably not wearing my armour. So.
Finally, this isn't. Sorry.
Wearing some measured disguise.
You're not wearing your armor.
There's not many paladins in Cantlore, are there?
No, but on the other hand, all right. I mean, the bards have all turned up in armor because they know what you're here to fight.
Gargoyle is still on Petra's couch because Hannah just got a note and didn't tell anybody.
I'm going to drag out the most fabulous looking token I've got for the bards. Okay, so
right. So I assume if we're skipping forward, then we should trade
token.
notes and work out exactly how we're attending this. So I'm assuming I've been told to come in armor, and I'm assuming you've been told to come expecting combat.
Yeah, you've definitely been told to expect combat. So these are Toady, Pisshead, Bucket, Toady,
And
Pisshead,
Archibald.
Bucket, and Steve.
Archibald.
And these are the brass cannons. They are a group of bards, and they love drinking. And they are here to assist you with a ritual to draw the hag out of your body. Now, hold on a sec while I get my notes up, because this is in a different section to what I've had open for quite some time. Okay, here we go. So, in case this becomes important on the map, anything particularly bright is 5 feet above the base level, and anything particularly dark is 5 feet below. There's a lot of verticality here, there's a lot of floating blocks over the endless abyss. And just for reference, Grounded is not wearing the slippers of spider climbing.
Yeah, they mysteriously disappeared in the night.
Yeah, they did. Just in case it comes up, just in case there is a combat that happens here, you never know. And so they've prepped a circle for summoning. They've started drawing all sorts of quite intricate, like some of these bards are not singers, they're not writers, some of them are artists as well, and they're quite intricate arcane sigils. And they're like, and Toady comes over to you, Grounded, and goes, "Hey, you want to polish off a pint before we get started? I'm on my third."
I think I better do this sober.
Fun. And Bucket goes, "Go on, drink."
Gargoyle is just like arms crossed, like, ugh.
And hang on, yeah, Toady would notice that and go, "Shut it, nerd!" And they're going, "Drink."
What are you drinking?
It's beer and wine, and we got some vodka in there, some rum. He's holding up a tankard that looks a little bit like this. We call it a dirty pint. It's fucking disgusting, but it'll wreck you. Think about it. You've got a hag in your head. Get it drunk. Smart.
Yeah, but
I can't dispute the logic here.
Absolutely wasted. And he starts pouring that tankard into his boot. And like, go on, get it down, yeah.
The hag isn't
Sloshing the boot
physically in Grounded's head, Keith.
right. Okay, so I'm gonna need a
I
favour
can't
here.
dispute the logic is all. That implies there is logic to dispute.
Yeah. I'm going to address this to whoever
Sorry,
of the
that would require logic to dispute.
yeah. Granted basically addresses this to whichever of the brass cannons is the most reliable.
That'd be the one holding the shoe.
Yeah, that'd be the one holding the shoe. Reliable for not spilling the drink, you see.
Hey. So she pulls out a small figurine of a dragon wormling.
Okay.
And she says, okay, if I throw this in the air, I need you to say these words. And she just points to what's basically just like the activation password or whatever you'd call it on the base of the dragon.
Okay, what is the activation password? Usually owners of magic items decide what that is.
Okay, I'm going to say the password is... Walk. What is it good for?
Okay. Got you. All right. I
can
just
make
want to
that
warn you
guidance.
as the
That can be
GM, there's a non-negligible chance that if they end up holding the figurine of power, they will try to smoke something from it. It's non.
Yeah.
It's not a 0% chance.
Look, if I throw it in the air, just say the words. It'll be under your control. Just have it do what just have it follow my commands. Unless the hag takes control of me and tries to maybe, and tries to force me to make it attack us. Okay? Can you do that?
Pisshead pipes up and goes, "You know what to do, don't you?" And Tony goes, "Yeah, I got it," and starts downing the boot. And everyone else is like, "Yes, chug," and he pours half of it all over his face. But he finishes it, throws the boot out into the abyss. So he's only got one shoe on now, and just goes, "Yes!" And then he turns around, runs 5, 10, 15, 20, and leaps into the air and falls. And then casts levitate on himself and lands back there. Like, yes! Bards, they're very showy.
Gargoyle was like just getting ready to like just fly out to try and.
You're peeling your armor off, or
It wasn't on.
oh, I mean, it's up to you whether you start with armor on, of course, but you do know that you are expecting combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I just want to make sure, like, because Grounded would have had plenty of time to mention that this is not going to be an easy thing.
I mean, it takes one action, and we're in a place with an abyss, so probably best that I can fly right now.
That's a very good point. That is a very good point. I just want to. I don't want gotchas that are just down to a disconnect between my telling of the story and what's there. Like, people in the world would know, is what I mean. But yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. That all makes sense. Okay, well,
Which one the bards would be is.
Bucket finishes the last glyph and looks up and goes, "All set. All right, this one's on you." Points at you, Grounded. Get in.
Okay.
Did we level up?
I guess I hop into the magic circle.
Yep. And they start lighting these braziers that are around the circle, and each one lights a different color. It's nothing particularly special or magical. Gargle, you know that they're almost certainly, like, one's got a bit of magnesium in, one's got a bit of copper in it, that sort of thing. You know, it's not that special, but it's all about presentation for bards. And yeah, they start chanting, and it's an odd chanting because you'd expect there'd be more words with bards, but it's almost like it's very throaty and it's sort of ululating.
Ooga shaka, ooga shaka.
Well, not quite like that, but it's more like it's like they're doing vocal exercises, like warming up, but they're not. And this is the spell, and the magic starts to rise around you. You can feel that. You know that sensation when there's magic, that your teeth start to feel a little fuzzy, you can taste blood a little bit, or a coppery taste anyway, that reminds you of blood, and that gets stronger and stronger as the magic gets more powerful. And this goes on for about 10 minutes as they're preparing this ritual, and they're getting louder and louder, but they are sort of all in time and all in tune, even with how much drink Toadie's had, completely in tune. And then all of a sudden, everything goes black. And you hear in your head this cackling, this familiar cackling. Oh, you thought you could catch me unawares, dearie? Me? When I see everything you see?
To be fair, I don't see much.
And the blackness dissipates. It's like a fog, rolls away, and you are in a dense, swampy wood.
Oh.
And so's Hannah, and so is Gargoyle. You won't get a map for this just yet. But it is a twisting, dense, turning wood. It's impossible to sort of get any sense of bearings. There's a really thick fog that carpets the ground. But, you know, there does appear to be a path. And you hear in your head, grounded. In fact, actually, you all hear this. So you hear this in your head, grounded, in the hag's voice. Gargoyle and Hannah, you hear grounded say this out loud. You're lost in my woods now, dearie, and you won't be making it out alive.
Huh.
This is a very bad time to ask, but just making sure. Did we level up when we took that long?
You totally did, yes. You are 7th level.
Huzzah!
Because I needed to change the character sheet.
I also haven't worked out what type of armor it is, the human scale armor is. I'm assuming it's scale mail.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so just disadvantage on stealth checks plus force of armor class plus 2 max dex. Yep, cool. Yeah, puts me on what I've currently got with the breastplate anyway.
So you start walking along, I'm assuming? Along this path?
I'm just going to look at grounds and go, so how's it going?
I think she's still in my head.
Do I still have the beer that I mooched off of the bards?
Yep.
I'm going to down the beer and I guess we're going to start going down the path.
Okay. So you start walking down and it is dense and it's creepy and you get a feeling the trees are moving and the fog is extremely dark. It's a really sort of dim grey. Yeah, for those characters who are familiar with Ravenloft, which I don't think is any of you, it feels a little like that. It's very...
What's familiar with Ravenloft?
Very grim and very dark in here.
No one's familiar with Ravenloft because if you're familiar with Ravenloft, you're stuck there.
I don't know where your paladins have been. It is possible to leave, but it's very difficult.
It is possible to leave if you're literally so depressed that they kick you out for not being a good sport.
See? Anyway,
Oh, and you have to be a Dragonlance character to have that happen to you as well.
What is your passive perception right now? Or no, it's Gargoyle. Gargoyle. I wanted to know who has the highest one, and I know it's Gargoyle. Gargoyle, you spot something hanging from a tree. It's a silhouette of a humanoid, but the fog is so dense that you can't see much more than that. It's about 15 feet off the path.
Gargoyle is just going to hold the others up. And poor Owl, there's no way to nonchalantly, like, look towards the thing without alerting it.
Just like...
Which direction is it, like, to Gargoyle?
To you, it's to your right, so it's about 90 degrees off the path from where you are.
Okay. Don't make any sudden movements. I think there's something to our right.
Granted immediately turns and starts conspicuously looking.
Okay, when I say hanging, I mean as in they've been hanged.
Oh boy.
You wouldn't have seen that with a quick glance, but when you look at it properly, you can definitely see that is almost certainly a corpse.
We have fun with words at Discursiveness.
You should probably hang around his cursedness Discord.
God damn it. This is the weirdest way to fish for inspiration, but it's working.
All the
I'm hanging on your every word.
That's the worst way. That's not working.
Oh.
Yeah, that pun was pretty ropey.
God damn it.
Because everyone's a pundit these days.
Oh god. Anyway, the hanged person in the demi-plane of sadness. Now that you're done making jokes about it.
How is that what this place is?
Yeah. Can I take a closer look at this hung person?
You can have a look at the hanged person for sure.
Damn it. You know, since there's some bars around,
I can't confirm either way whether they are hung. But if you approach, you will find that
you will be able to find out.
No, you won't. But the shape is fairly large, quite sort of bushy, either hairy or possibly feathery. And as you get closer, it is indeed feathers, and it is a sort of a humanoid, medium-sized but quite large owlin wearing arcane armor. 2 large, saucer-like, completely white eyes.
Oh boy.
Is it literally just Gargoyle?
It is. That's why I say I couldn't tell you how hung. Pixel, can you confirm or deny the hungness of Gargoyle at the moment?
Nick, that's not how birds work.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, back to the sadness.
I'm going to assume that whatever's stuck in your head is trying to mess with us.
Go on.
Fair assessment?
Gargoyle is just looking at it, and his feathers are a bit ruffled, like he's a little uneased, but he says, "Well, that's ridiculous. What's the point of wings if you can't fly when you're hanging from a branch?"
Grounded, what's your floating proficiency at the moment? You get to choose a new one at each long rest after.
What would it be?
Whatever one the hag has.
I'm gonna say it's in.
The hag is one of her floating proficiencies, but it's not one Grounded actually needs anymore because she's trained specifically in alchemy tools.
I have a floating proficiency. That's because I have wings.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's in insight at the moment.
Insight. And what was the ghost for insight? Was it the lawyer?
Yeah, I think it was.
I suppose I've got it written down on here, don't I? I can actually check.
Is it a lawyer who likes talking about objections?
And it's on Legend Keeper, if that helps.
Yeah.
I really should have open, but...
let's have a look. The ghosts. Okay. Insight. Flat-footed detective calls people dames or broads. Yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Wait, which one was the lawyer again?
The lawyer...
Oh, that's Persuasion.
Persuasion. Yep. Yeah. Yes. So in your head, you hear another voice goes, "I don't like the look of this, Red. You want to get right out of here, Dollface."
Red, I'm orange.
Orange doesn't rhyme with anything.
You didn't like anything.
You didn't hear that. This is, to be fair, insight, not intelligence.
But for ink round its head, maybe I did hear it.
Okay, are you continuing on? Or are you going to do anything with the corpse of Gargoyle?
Can I just get double my equipment?
You can try that if you want.
Oh,
Do you need, Gargoyle, do you need any spare organs?
Oh my god!
I'm... Okay. First, no.
Granted, probably doesn't say that.
I'm not sure if that makes me an organ thief or an organ donor.
Both.
This is like stem cells. Just getting spare parts for yourself for later.
I'm going to look into if Dead Gargoyle has a bag of holding.
We lost Bree.
She can't be here, we're in her mind.
I'm not sure which way the camera will split because I haven't got the YouTube over here, I got the shout open,
Oh,
so I'm assuming it'll split across here.
It's
Oh, I thought we're just
It's almost long enough to go to the technical difficulty screen, but the moment I do it, she's always back the moment I do it. But alright, let's go.
Yes, God, I deserve that.
God damn it! Moment I pressed it. Oh, now I've got to activate the source mirrors again.
I'll be
There we
honest,
go.
I waited a moment.
Okay, so presuming that Dead Gargoyle has a bag of holding, Gargoyle is going to check through it to see if there's a temporal crystal in there.
I mean, if there was a temporal crystal in there, which I presume there would have been, yeah. All your stuff is with you. If you need anything that you had on you previously, yeah, it's there.
Is that stuff that Grounded would know about Gargoyle having, though, inside that bag of holding?
All
Ooh,
your stuff
that's
is
a
there.
good point.
Ooh.
Oh, like, are we equipped with our stuff when we went in? Or is, like, this just, like, take your stuff, get ready?
You've got everything that you would have brought with you, more accurately. But since you have a bag of holding, I'm assuming that's everything.
Pretty much, yeah. Alright then, I guess Gargoyle just takes his equipment.
So now
Okay.
you have multiple. So now you have multiple copies of your equipment now. Is that what we're saying?
I think, like, it's the base equipment, and we didn't enter in with what we usually have, and this is, like, the ammo drop.
Nope, moment you touch it, the corpse dissipates into mist.
Well, then why did you let us talk about it this long?
Because it's great fucking role-playing. Yeah, no.
Grant
check,
says, okay. On seeing the corpse dissipate, Grant says, "Oh, hey, you can do that too." As she has seen Gargoyle dissipate into mist at least once already.
That's true.
And into feathers.
Yeah. Oh, does your Misty Step dissolve into feathers?
Yeah, it's kind of like
Oh,
the
I
grey
like that.
smoke kind of, like, curls.
I
into
like
feathers.
that. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that last time. Sorry, my memory's just terrible. Yeah, no, I'm afraid anything if you've not brought all your equipment, that's on you. I mean, I gave you several warnings. I'm not giving you an ammo drop before the boss, I'm afraid.
Oh no, I thought it was like a thematic thing where, like, we weren't equipped when we went in, and, like, that's where you have to take
no.
it from. Yeah.
That would have been neat, actually. I'll remember that for next time. Nope. Unfortunately, no, it just dissipates. So I'm assuming you keep walking on?
Yeah.
I'm concerned
Yep.
about your mind wanting to, well, whatever's in your mind wanting to hang Grounded from the neck.
Gargoyle.
Not Grounded, Gargoyle from the neck.
It'd be very, a conflict of interest to hang grounded from the neck.
Do owls even have necks?
Yes, they do.
Gargoyle certainly does. Look at that token.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, like, they'd spin the head around.
Yeah, true. So as you continue on, you come to a small pool. Is a bit too much, I think. It's not a pool so much as it's a sort of dank, stagnant puddle that is covered in mosquitoes.
The good dank or the bad dank?
The bad dank, I'm afraid. But as you walk past, Gargoyle, again, you spot something in the corner of your eye. A little shimmer in the water.
Gargoyle is about to become the King of England.
God, wow, that's the worst thing the hag can do to him.
There is no, to quote Monty Python, watery tart with a sword. In the lake, I'm afraid, there is actually a watery tart with some particularly shimmery armour.
Ah.
Not D&D until someone makes a Monty Python reference.
Yeah. It rather looks like
the Loch Ness Anna.
Mottled skin would suggest dead for a long time.
Grounded pokes the Hannah clone corpse with a stick.
Dissipates in a mist.
Is there anything in the water?
There's a lot of knotted weed. Not that kind.
Weed,
Again, it is not a dank pool. There's a lot of thick, squelching mud. There are no fish or anything like that, but there are a lot of mosquitoes, a lot of gnats, a lot of various other disgusting flies all over it.
2 days ago, it could have been the dank weed pool.
It really could have, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most hags are expert herbologists.
They are.
It was very weird seeing that corpse there.
Well, at least it was a bit more logical than hanged with wings.
You were in your armour. You wouldn't have been able to fly.
Oh, damn it.
She thought of everything.
The hag has more passive perception than grounded.
I should add, by the way, the Gargoyle's Artificer thing does let them use leather armor, which would still allow them to fly, and they just simply choose not to.
Metal.
I balance myself.
Yep.
I have to be Alan Man.
Alan Man would be able to fly.
True.
So you continuing on?
So, dead body of you, dead body of, I guess, me. What's next?
I suppose it depends on if she's trying to freak us out or if she's trying to freak us out about the whole guild.
I mean, would a dead body of me be too obvious? Because I kind of nearly died before.
I think
Not that big a deal.
I think it'd be too obvious, but it depends on exactly how much this hag wants to get to you specifically. It's not going to get to me. Not with the stuff it's showing me at the moment, anyway. It doesn't seem like it's going to get to Gargoyle. But is there anything that you're worried about that it wants to mess with you that would affect how we see you?
I'm surprised it
Seems it has a
didn't
lot of
get to
your
Hannah, if I'm honest, because that's a sight Hannah's seen before.
Doesn't look a thing like me. So, yes, is there anything in that we're likely to see that's going to worry us more than seeing corpses?
I
We can address it when we come to it. Just prepping you for that, just in case. it's trying to demoralize all of us, and I imagine the easiest way to demoralize all of us is to mess with you most.
Yeah. Just brace yourselves, I'm not a very nice person.
Onwards then.
Okay. You continue onwards. And you come to a clearing. It is in an so you're surrounded by a knotted and gnarled grove, but you come into this clearing and it's quite muddy ground, and there is a pile of corpses.
Gnarly.
In the center. And we will load up a map.
Zooming again. Oh, thankfully that's not that much of them.
Not sure where we entered from, but
yeah, I'll put you all in your positions in a sec once you're ready. So I'm going to put you all here. Here.
Okay, what's all this then?
And atop... Oh, so the thing about each one of these corpses, it's all you, Hannah and Gargoyle. There's a couple of Eos on there. There's a couple of Rosads. A couple of Laeroses.
Are there like rocks on the ground?
Yeah, there's assorted rocks on the ground as well. The pile of corpses I will just draw. And before you go any further, there's one more thing I should describe for your benefit. Because there's one creature stood on top of the pile.
Uh-oh.
Grounded of walk.
Gave battle in vain.
Rounded of work.
are all the colours inverted on this grounded?
I shudder to think the artists.
Nope, looks just like grounded.
Oh, we don't make the animators animate live. It's a terrible strain on the wrist.
I hear the Simpsons reference and I appreciate it.
And this grounded looks at you three and goes, "You finally made it. Welcome home, dearie."
Yeah,
Gargoyle
Granny
is-
flinches a bit.
Gargoyle's going to look at Grounded and she's like, "This is where you live?"
Live on a pile of corpses.
I was thinking more so the environment, but
I kind of maybe used to live here.
huh.
Metaphorically, I hope. It would be extraordinarily concerning to have these specific corpses be what you lived at before we met.
Yeah.
Yes, I will have. I will decorate my clearing with Owlin and red-headed paladin corpses everywhere.
It wasn't decorated with corpses. Yeah. My parents were charcoalers. It was sort of like a loose community. You know, around the forest in Purista.
Mm-hmm. How is the hag taking us not taking her seriously at the moment?
She's watching you at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, I'm like 90% sure there weren't that many corpses. Definitely not your corpses.
Well, that's good to know.
She sits down, pats the head of a dead gargoyle, and says, "So, dearie, shall we add 3 more to the pile?" And yeah, that's going to be initiative, I think.
I suspected as much.
Ooh, that's a high initiative.
Crunch.
Oh, that's not a high initiative.
Don't tell us that, Nick. It's just not very nice.
I mean, you'll find
That's
out
an
when
11.
she goes. 11 for gargoyle, okay.
That's 15 for me.
15 for grounded, okay. And what about you, Hannah?
21.
21! Oh, you're at the top of the round. Excellent. Okay, yeah, you go first.
It's been a while since I've done 5th edition, so let's see how it goes. First of all, let us have a look at my actions quickly, because I keep forgetting how this one works. This one is a bonus action. Excellent. Range next 30 foot. Excellent. Alright, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so the anti-grounded is within 30 foot of me, yeah?
Looks like it. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah.
Cool. Let us cast one of my spells, and it's going to be one of my oath spells. Fun. I compel it to a duel!
Very nice. Compelled duel. Anything special in compelled duel?
So, wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. Okay. Let me see what we've got for wisdom.
Let's see what my spell save is.
That's
as
a
well.
22.
Not very
I'm
high.
afraid.
Yeah, it's way, way higher than that. So.
She rolled her first and presumably last natural 20 of the night, given how I usually roll.
Nice. But yeah, use of bonus action is not going to cost me too much. I do have a standard action left, but charge isn't a standard action in this, is it? So I'm not going to make my way up a round of corpses and smack her in the head at the moment.
Pixel, you can have
interpose myself,
inspiration for what you've just done. Not least because I know how short-lived this is going to be. Okay.
Oh.
I'm sorry. She's going to turn into her actual form soon. Okay, so then we go on to her lair actions. And she is going
You never told us you had layer actions.
She looks straight at Gargoyle and says, "I don't want you here, dearie." And yeah, can you give me a charisma saving throw, please?
Oh no, not that one. That's... yeah, 12.
That's not enough, I'm afraid. Right. Bye, Gargoyle. So, Gargoyle disappears. Gargoyle, where you are, is a long white corridor. It appears to be endless, and there are doors left and right of you.
Oh, I thought it was going to be one of those ones where, like, guns start coming up on both sides.
No, just made of doors. It's doors, endlessly, left and right to you. And that's where you are. Okay. Right, neat. As you have been sent to a prison demi-plane. You may use your action to make a charisma check on your turn, which will be contested by the hags, to see if you can try to escape the prison demi-plane.
You're just basically just opening different doors.
You can every time you open a door, what you see is another long, infinite corridor with doors either side, and that'll just keep happening. Okay, so that's lair actions done. It's actually now her go. She is going... yeah, why not? Start off with the big one. Start with the big guns! Okay.
Always love the big guns.
First of all,
If
she's
it's
going to
big guns are the
transform
size.
into her own form, which for some reason is not transparent, despite, it should be. But there we go.
Rah.
And then she's going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, like that, around you. And she screeches. She fills her lungs deeply and goes, "Ah!" And yeah, that hurt me to do that as well.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, Disco probably protected you. Releases a mournful
Thank you,
wail.
Discord.
I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from Grounded and from Hannah, please.
Well, yeah, I imagine you would need a Constitution saving throw hits with a gigantic marine animal.
I will see if I can fix the token at some point as well, because that's annoying me.
Okay, does an 11 pass?
11 does not pass.
Does a
I'd like to use my
15?
inspiration.
15
I'll use my
passes.
inspiration. I'll use my inspiration then.
That's a really fucking good idea.
I'm going to assume a 2 doesn't pass.
Oh no, it doesn't. Grounded, you drop to 0 hit points. Okay, Hannah, you...
Ow.
Yeah. This is like a banshee wail. Hannah, you take 3d6 psychic damage. On a success. Hags, not to be fucked with. 12 points of psychic damage.
Did we heal up when we leveled up?
Yes, you would be at full health, full spell slots, you'd get half your hit dice back.
Then weird enough, I'll be down to the exact same number I would have been if I hadn't healed. Cool.
Good thing you healed.
Yes, sir. Ha! That's not nice at all.
No, it's
Can I
not.
get up? That's a ranged attack in close quarters, though, isn't it? Although I guess it's a bursty thing, so it doesn't get opportunities from it.
No, which you wouldn't do anyway, because you don't get opportunities like that in 5th. It's only when you leave
You
reach.
don't, yes.
Yeah.
Question, because it's a Constitution saving throw, it doesn't count for evasion, does it?
Evasion is dexterity only, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Don't worry, she's got a few of those as well. That is her turn. And we go over to Grounded. Grounded, I'm going to need a death saving throw, please.
Yay, great. That's 10 exactly.
Okay, well that's one success.
Okay. So, one member of the party currently out of play. One member of the party currently on the floor. I can't remember if unconscious characters can hear other characters in...
Don't believe you can when
Condition.
you're unconscious.
No. Right. Right, okay. Whose turn is it?
It is now Gargoyles.
All right. Oh, that's a non-natural one.
Okay, well it is contested. It's a contested roll, so you might still beat it. Like, it depends what your modifier is.
It was a 2 and it was a -1. It's
Never mind. Okay, it's physically impossible for her to fail that one because she has a +3, I think. So, yours, yeah, you're still in the Ender's Plane of Doors, I'm afraid. I've been waiting to bring this stat block out for so fucking long. I'm very happy.
Well, here
seems
comes
like
the
it'd be fun to
PPK.
play against.
Okay. With Gargoyle done, we're over to Hannah.
Okay. Not great. Not great at all. First of all, well, I have the many actions. Let's do the many actions. I can can never remember if lay on hands is a bonus action or an action in this game. One moment.
Action for lay on hands.
Really?
Actually, let me check that, because now my brain's kind of lay on hands. Here we go. Yeah, as an action, I'm afraid.
Wow, that's vile. Jeez. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, first of all, let us not mess around with this one. Let us
You
work
can actually
out
remain
exactly.
within her reach entirely, all the way around to grounded, if you do need to get around. So you won't take an attack of opportunity at all. Just from the positioning.
Well, yeah, first of all, I'm going to stand here, just so it can't do any more damage to an unconscious grounded, because I imagine it's there for her and not for me. Second of all, let us smack it in the head.
Okay.
2 attacks, because I am a level 6-ish fighter,
Yeah.
or paladin anyway. So, first attack. Too many pieces of paper in this game. I say this running the game I do. Does a 15 break its armor class?
No, it does not, I'm afraid.
Yeek. Second attack. Yeah, that's a 19 on the dice.
That
so
hits, yeah.
That's going to hit.
That'll
24,
hit.
not crit though. However, luck subtlety. Let us go with a burning a level 2 spell slot.
Yes.
It might.
All right.
So that's an extra X plus 1, so I burnt a level 2 slot. That's 3d8 damage up to maximum 5d8.
Yes.
So smite damage first. That's going to be a lot of d8s. 7, 2 is 9, 6 is 15, and then the one from the rapier, that's a 7, so 22 plus 4 is 26 points of damage. Is it fiend or undead?
No, Fae.
Then it's as much as I said just then, which I believe was
26.
26, yes.
Yeah, I'm just double checking. Is your weapon magic? Oh,
No.
it would count with a smite. It would count.
In
my head, it
a
becomes
smite,
magical
yeah.
when you're smiting. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's radiant damage I'm doing now, so it's not standard damage. It's not slashing or bludgeoning.
Don't you do slashing plus your
Or
radiant?
piercing.
Oh, yeah.
It's so it does the plus damage will be the radiant, so that would be everything up to the 7 plus 4. That would be the 5th. Nope. Whatever the last roll was before that, but yes. Most of that's going to be radiant.
I'm going to count it as all because 1, I can't be able to do maths, and 2, when you're smiting, the sword itself is like essentially glowing with radiant power. It's basically magical. That may not be how it's meant to be done raw, but to be honest, I can't be able to do the maths. Okay, anything else? That's your bonus action. I mean, you can still do a bit more movement if you want, but...
Yeah, not midway through the attack, but I can try to compel it to a duel again if I want. Although there's no one else for it to attack at the moment, so...
Yeah, that's true.
That is the thing. Nope, I think that is everything for me.
Okay, second attack?
That was my second attack.
Oh, sorry,
missed
yes,
the
of
first
course, yes, exactly. Yes.
Yep.
I'll be able to do this, eventually. I just need like 5 more years of DMing. Okay. After that, it's the next lair action. First of all, Gargle, you're back in the room. Okay, I can't choose that one again until I've exhausted all the other options. So I start with the big scary one and then I go for the others. Right. Oh, we're not doing that yet. We'll save that one for next turn. This one, yeah, she looks directly into your eyes, Hannah, because you've dared to strike her. And creates a copy of you right next to her. Right next to you.
I'll go back into Clip Studio Paint.
Okay. I need to actually roll initiative for Paladin 2 Electric Boogaloo. So hold on a sec. What's your Dex modifier?
+2.
It's the
It's your dexterity score -10 over 2. Yes.
18 is the roll. Okay, so that's happening in a minute. Yeah, there's another Paladin on deck. How lovely.
there's the not your paladin.
Yes, it's anti-paladin. What I'm going to say is, Keith, you can control that paladin, but I will tell you what to do. Because the hag is entirely in control of that one.
I'm assuming it's using what the hag knows of me, though.
It has all of your abilities, but it is essentially the hag. Right there.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a message sidebar quickly, but it's fine. It can wait.
No, you can send that now because it's the hags go next, not green hag. This is not a green hag. The hags go is next, so we'll do the hags go while you send me that message. The hag is actually, I think, going to. Oh yeah, I always forget legendary actions. One of these days we use them. No, it's going to be something else. I think it's going to be something else. You can't hear, so that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. Yeah, okay. She is going to look at you directly, Hannah, again now, and cast Rave Enfeeblement on you. I'm going to need... Oh, it's a ranged spell attack, so that'll be a disadvantage because you're within 5 feet. So let's see how it goes. Wow. First roll was great. Second one, not so good. So that's going to be a 13 to hit.
Against armor class?
Yeah.
No.
It's all we ever do in this one is against armor class.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So yeah, no, you're fine. You're not going to have half damage from weapon attacks that use strength for a minute, which is otherwise what would happen.
Because technically, I moved 15 foot last turn, so I had a +1 to my armor class thanks to the shimmery scales you've given me.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. So that's that. That's all of her goes this time around. Okay, have you sent me that message? Oh,
yes.
Yeah, I'll have a quick read. Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't intending on doing that.
Just making sure.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It would have been funny, but yeah, that's not the plan. Okay. So, Keith, what I need you to do, because it's now the Paladin's go.
God.
I need you to hit grounded.
Aww.
As hard as you can.
I want to. Grounded's unconscious.
As hard as you can.
Can you react to yourself doing that?
Yes, I actually can.
No, it would have the sentinel feat.
I have the sentinel feat. It has a sentinel feat too. Yes.
Oh. You bastard, Nick.
So I rolled an 8, which is probably not going to beat the AC 13.
You rolled an 8.
Wait.
You may have just saved Grounded's life.
Yeah.
Grounded, what's
My
your
AC
AC?
is actually 15. 15.
So let me tell you how you would have died if that had hit. Because any melee attack that hits an unconscious person is an automatic critical hit.
And that would have dropped way below half your hit points.
Because you would... Well, it wouldn't have been... you have to take the full amount of your hit points again. But here's where it becomes a problem, because I just said you had to hit as hard as you can, which would have been a level 2 splight.
Yeah.
Critical, so double, that would have been instant death. But it's a miss.
It is a miss.
In a way, I'm glad. Okay.
Wow, some copy can't even hit an unconscious tiefling. An unconscious bright orange tiefling.
Grounded, it's your go. Death saving throw, please.
Oh yeah.
That's a 14.
14, that's another success.
I suppose it's past its turn now, but it does get 2 attacks.
It is past its turn now. That's a shame, I forgot about that.
Oh well.
Oh, you'd have had advantage on the attack as well, because it's unconscious. Because grounded, she's unconscious, she's down.
There's a little bit of Hannah still in there.
Next turn's going to be hilarious, though, I tell you.
There is no Hannah in that at all.
Okay, grounded having done, though, I'm going to finally remember a legendary action. And the hag enters the ethereal plane.
Cheating.
Yeah. So, Gargoyle, you're back. Grounded appears to be dead. Well, not dead, but unconscious. Like, this is the like you just come back in. Suddenly there are 2 Hannahs. Like, Grounded's unconscious. One of the Hannahs is attacking unconscious Grounded.
Does Cure Wounds do anything to somebody who's dying?
Yeah, brings him back up.
Yeah, brings him back up.
Well then, Gargoyle is just going to step over to Grounded and cast some Cure Wounds.
I was going to do that if you weren't going to, so...
Oh!
Like...
Well, that's metagaming now, isn't it?
I mean, you all can communicate in the fight. Like, talking is a free action. You're good. But on the other hand, you know...
Like, Gargoyle, help! Help!
Maybe pick up Grounded as soon as you fucking can. You know, I'm just thinking, because the hag has other legendary actions that I've been forgetting to use. And there's one more lair action, you know, coming up.
In a system of numbers, how would you rate your constitution?
At least 4 above average.
Okay then.
Oh, and really well trained in it as well. Yep.
I'm gonna try to cast Levitate on non-Hannah.
The anti-Hannah.
Interesting. Okay, describe to me what Levitate looks like when Gargoyle is casting it. Because describe the artificial way this manifests.
Gargoyle takes a disc from his belt and then gives it a click. And then it starts making a little ticking noise. And then he throws it towards non-Hannah.
Like a little Unreal Tournament translocator and just like throw it down, but it's
kind
just like
of
lifting.
And I guess like it kind of like detects that she's there and kind of just like corrects itself in the air and sticks on. And if it works, we'll start floating up into the air.
Okay. Well, she is unwilling, so she gets a Constitution saving throw.
Right, well that's going to be a Constitution saving throw against 15.
That's 5.
Well, that's a 14.
Thank goodness
that was
that you
pretty
don't
close.
Thank goodness that for some reason the target doesn't get to contest that at their turn.
Is she now just permanently upside down, like floating?
For as long as my concentration lasts, and it can last for up to 10 minutes, provided I can keep it.
Neat. That's really cool.
So 20 feet up in the air right now, I could move her higher on my next turn.
I like that. No, that's great. Anything else? You've got, obviously, bonus actions and movement.
I will proc a defensive shield.
Not a bad idea.
Yep. So that is 7 temporary hit points now. Haha.
Aha.
Just need to check something. No, right, fair enough. Okay. With you done, Gargle, it's top of the round to Hannah.
Right, okay. Let us think about this very carefully.
For the purposes of attacks of opportunity, the other paladin is not in your reach, or vice
Yeah, I
versa,
thought so.
so you won't
So-
get hit if you move.
First of all, move over to there. Because being in close contact with everyone means I can take the damage for them instead of them take, thanks to me being level 7 paladin with the crown.
Yep.
Since I can just take the damage instead as my reaction. Second, actual action. Grounded, what's half your hit points?
That would be 38, 15 plus 4, 19.
Would you like 19 hit points back?
Oh yes, please.
You can have 19 hit points back because I lay on hands you. I know it's
I
not
like-
the most efficient, the efficient way of doing it, but
I like the idea of Hannah just like looking at Grounded's unconscious body. Would you like 19 hit points back?
And
Now-
Grand is able to answer somehow.
now I know that would be metagaming to some degree of knowing exactly how many hit points I have. However, I have a ability I'm going to fire now that kind of means I know how much people have for hit points because I'm channeling divinity of my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm casting Turn the Tide. Because as a bonus action, I can bolster injured members with my channel divinity. So once per battle, one channel divinity action. Each creature of my choice that can hear you, that would be these two. Probably only just grounded though.
Not the
unless
unpaladin?
Gargoyle takes damage.
Let me just gargoyle.
The unpaladin can have it as well if the unpaladin wants. Can regain hit
Unpaladin's
points.
really happy about gaining hit points, yeah.
Yeah, can regain 1d6 plus my charisma modifier if it has no more than half the hit points.
Oh, no, it's not going to gain them.
Aha!
Yeah. So grounded also gain as a result of that an extra 5 hit points.
Okay, 24 hit points.
Just in case people were wondering if I was a paladin or not, and in case you do challenge divinity and lay on hands and smite. Not been much of that from me this campaign.
So the creatures need to hear you?
Unfortunately, yes. Which is why I didn't do it on last turn, because Ground being unconscious couldn't hear me. And you being in another dimension, technically not on the board, couldn't hear me either.
I think it was in the same dimension, just another shitty part of it.
Yeah, that is my entire turn. That's 3 actions. Ooh, well, action, a move, and a bonus.
Okay. Boop. The paladin disappears. And I've been extremely stupid and chosen the one legendary action that means that she can't do shit on this turn, even with lair actions, because they all require that she be able to see you, and she's in the ethereal plane. So,
So just prepare spells.
just
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Actually,
just got
that's
me
a
just
point.
saying,
She
just
can do
bring
that.
it
She
to
can
the
prepare a spell. Very good
Oh, no.
point, Gargoyle.
You've got me just saying, just bring it to the inferior plane at this juncture.
Well, I can at least...
Yeah, alright, she's prepping a spell. She's going to hold an action and prep a spell.
Well, then Gargoyle's going to don his armor.
Yeah, that would be a great fucking idea, wouldn't it? Put the armor on.
To be fair, if she had made a copy of Grounded, it would have been much harder to take the Grounded copy down. with all those artificial abilities.
Oh, the Gargoyle one.
Yeah, like a gargoyle with power armor as opposed to a gargoyle on its own.
Well,
Yeah, Gargoyle with power armor would have been amazing, huh?
I mean, you know, I can't tell you. You had plenty of time to put that armor on in that long walk surrounded by corpses. I don't know.
Oh no, I mean a guy with power armor.
Right. Yeah, so...
So should we just, like, move? Any Berber gonna...
Well, not yet, because it's not your go yet. It is Grounded's first.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is...
Probably get up.
Yeah. I'm going to guess up. Sorry, was someone about to say something?
No, just yoinking you up.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was tapped out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... I'm going to draw my flaming schemata.
Mm-hmm.
And light it as a bonus action. Then I'm going to prepare an action. Basically, so my... I completely forgotten what it's called. My dancey belt thing.
Oh, the terpsichordian girdle.
The one.
Yeah, it took me a moment to say as
Yes.
well. I didn't really taste that word out.
Yeah. It has an ability called Sprightly Leap that allows me to jump 5 feet. 15 feet for 5 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I want to ready an action. If the hag shows up within 40 feet of me, I'm basically going to just run at her and take a jumping attack with the flaming schemata.
Okay. Raw, that is not something you can do. When you ready an action, you ready either movement or an action.
Okay.
I'm inclined to fucking allow it though, because you can also ready an improvised action, and that sounds good enough to me.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're kind of like bracing yourself to leap forward at someone. I think that's fine. I would say you can only go as far as your leap. You can't do the movement as well, but you can leap and attack.
Okay.
Because otherwise, you're getting a severe buff over literally everyone else who has to either attack or move. But I'll say you can jump and slash because of that belt that you've got that lets you leap around. So yeah, that's fine.
I'm viewing this.
And oh yeah, actually, that's the point. Boop. There she is. Oh. It's a legendary action to come out of the ethereal plane, so once your turn ends, she pops out.
Okay.
Because yours is the first to go after hers. Yes. She's finally got her legendary actions back. As you leap forwards and strike with a flaming scimitar.
I don't think I get sneak attack damage for this, do I?
You haven't got an ally within 5 feet. You're not really a surprise.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay.
If you're a swashbuckler, totally.
Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit, yes. Roll the damage.
Okay. What's flame tongue damage again? 1d6 for fire damage, or
Oh, no idea.
or was it 1d8?
Let me
Oh
see
wait,
what
no,
that's
it's
about.
2d. Oh yeah, 2d6.
Yeah. Plus the standard weapon damage.
Okay, so that's 3d6. 2d6 of which is fire damage. Just get another dice out so I can tell which is fire damage and which isn't. Okay, that is... that's 13 points of damage, 11 of which is fire damage.
13 points of damage. Okay, very nice. As you slash with the flaming sword. Right, her readied action now goes off.
Oh.
Because she had readied a spell, and she points at Gargoyle. And she's going to cast Crown of Madness. So I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw, please, Gargoyle. As you feel this strange foreign influence in your mind. You are muted.
That's a 5.
A 5?
And then
Okay.
does Keith have the aura on, and that wouldn't change anything.
Do you have a save aura of any kind as a paladin? It would only be +2, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's +3 bonus to everyone within 10 feet.
The DC's 14, I'm afraid. So you are charmed by the hag for 1 minute. And you have a twisted crown of... ordinarily be a jagged iron. The Fae don't like iron. This is jagged thorns around your head. And a madness glows in your eye. I almost said your arse. In your eyes.
Big madness eyes.
Yeah. When it is next your turn, which actually it's your turn right now, so I'll tell you exactly what you got to do. So you must use your action before moving on each of your turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than yourself and that the hag mentally chooses. This choice is the paladin. Please, Thunder Gauntlet the paladin.
Oh no, do I attack twice?
It is a single melee attack.
Okay. So
you even then afterwards get to move and then technically get a second.
That's a natural 1.
Oh, that's lucky. Well, now you get to move and you have 1 extra attack left if you want to try and just run up and punch the hag. Oh, wait, no, you're charmed. No, yeah, that ain't happening. Because while charmed, you can't attack the charmer or affect it with harmful abilities or magical effects.
Not harmful abilities, eh? or magical effects.
Or magical effects, yeah. You can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of your turns, and on a success, the spell ends.
Can I do that now?
You absolutely can. And you can, of course, you're free to use your other attack on Grounded or Hannah if you want. I mean, the hag's not compelling you to do that, but that choice is still there for you as a player.
If you feel like putting in the effort, you know.
if you really want to go ham on it.
Can I throw some Cure Wounds at Grounded?
You've still got your bonus action, so yeah, you can. If Cure Wounds is a bonus action, you can do that.
It is not. I'll just roll the Wisdom save,
okay.
Which is 7.
7. That's not going to pass. You got to beat 14, basically.
You get +3 for being EB for all your saves, remember? But
10.
yeah.
Are you rolling with a d6?
I know I just tried... Am I rolling with a d6? I know I just tried to punch you, but please don't move 10 feet away from me.
Oh, these are some great spells, aren't they? Okay. Alright, that's... Gargoyle, that's your go done. Unless you want to do any movement. So, a legendary action's popping out now. And the hag is going to... Let me have a look. Point at Hannah and go... You need to choose your friends better, dearie. That bird brain just tried to hit you. And it is like a wedge of ice in your brain. I need a wisdom saving throw, please. As she casts Vicious Mockery.
Why does everyone call Gargoyle a bird brain when they're trying to taunt other people about him?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Ground has been called it as well.
Yeah.
Do I pass on a 24?
You do, yeah. So you take
17.
no damage. And there's no
I rolled
effect.
17, and Wisdom's my second best save.
Yeah. As this is a cantrip, you just shrug it right off.
Good saves.
Yeah, yeah. That is the legendary action, and now we go to Hannah.
I rebuke with, at least I have friends.
You cast in vicious mockery.
Let's say I'll come back for you later, Gargoyle. And I am going to casually wander over this way.
Okay.
No, I can still stand next to everyone like that at the moment, and keep everyone.
Fucking inspiration. Why haven't I used it?
Yeah, you could have re-rolled that hit against Hannah.
I don't have inspiration yet. So, first of all, bonus action, magic weapon.
Great shout.
Because, you know, getting to that point where you kind of need a magic weapon.
Yep.
But now,
It's almost like you should look
hit.
in some of the other rooms in the mirror run.
I don't know which rooms to look
Fucking
in.
wall-to-ceiling magic weapons.
There's meant to be someone who I'm meant to release target plus adamantium. Anyway,
Sorry, what was the roll there?
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, sorry,
So,
I thought you were rolling.
Yeah, I'll make my full attack.
Yep.
So first attack.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 3, so let's ignore that because I don't
Okay.
think 9's going to hit.
No.
19 total.
19 definitely hits. We're getting a lot of 19 to hit rolls.
That was a 10, but thanks to having a +8. Oh no, my bad. Ooh, sorry, 16.
16
9,
doesn't hit,
6.
I'm afraid.
That is a miss.
AC
I don't have
17 for
inspiration yet.
future reference, because...
Yeah, annoyingly, because I missed by 1.
Yeah.
I don't have inspiration at the moment, do I? I haven't spent inspiration, I've earned it, but I don't know. You can.
It would have reset on your long rest. The only exception was grounded.
Boo, hiss, boo. Oh well. I have a
Good.
magic weapon now.
Grounded got hers at the start of the session for narrating what happened. And I didn't want to erase it immediately. I get everyone's inspiration resetting on long rest because it encourages people to actually fucking use it.
Yeah, fair.
That's the point,
All right,
Gargoyle. You
that's good.
probably don't have inspiration. Unless you did something since the long rest. Which you might have.
I made the
You
negative
did!
image.
You have inspiration. Ignore me. Okay.
Since Pixel did it twice, can I have the extra one?
I technically did it thrice since I also did the.
No. Did your second attack miss as well? Oh, yeah, it did, didn't it? Yep. No, never mind.
That's the joys of swingy combat.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Either way, everyone's still covered by a +3 to their saves, and I can take the damage they get hit by.
Good news, everyone. It's Lair Action's time, and it's the one I've been really looking forward to.
Oh no.
So she targets up to 3 creatures that she can see within 60 feet of her. Each target, I'm going to need a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, please, from all 3 of you.
Oh, why are my savings? I'm using inspiration.
You get +3, remember?
I know, but that would have been a 5.
Wow.
Now, I get 17 total because I rolled
Okay,
12.
that's a 50 now.
Okay, 2 passes.
That is a 13.
I got fucking Morian's
Just off,
dice.
but I must say, I'm most pleased it's you, narratively speaking, because what happens is you are flung 30 feet up into the air. Of all
we've
the
done
people
that
it
already.
happens to, it had to happen to grounded. You are thrown 30 feet up into the air, and yeah, you are just released 30 feet up. You fall 30 feet. If anyone has, Featherfall, that is a reaction. But you fall 30 feet, and you will take 3d6 damage. I had to put in a lair action where they grounded you. It had to happen. That is going to be 15 points of bludgeoning damage. That's quite a high roll there for 3d6.
Want me to take it?
Can you take 15 points?
I can take 15 points.
Do you take all the damage,
Yeah.
or do you take half?
I call.
Oh, nice. No, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the text on it is because over the crown it's from one of the arcanas at some point. Starting at 7th level, when a creature within 5 foot of you takes damage, you can use your reaction. So I can't reaction attack.
Yeah.
To magically substitute your own health for that of the target creature, causing that creature not to take damage. Instead, you take the damage. This damage cannot be reduced or prevented in any way.
That's really cool. That's really
Grounded
nice.
wishes she had you when she was throwing herself off a building to impress some kids.
Okay, that's the lair action done, and we go to the hag. Right, so the hag has to use her action to maintain control over gargoyles, so she is going to do that.
I don't know, hag. I'm not rolling great.
That's what she's going to do. Takes you out of the equation, basically, though, as well. Like, she's aware of action economy. Does she have to still be able to see you at all times? No. Excellent. Okay, now I have a strategy. Cool. That's her go, though. She's used her action. Grounded. It's over to you.
Yeah.
You feel no pain from hitting the floor from 30 foot in the air.
I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, Grounded obviously does have a very good idea of what it feels like to take fall damage, so she's a bit confused.
Where's the kaboom?
No,
it was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
You definitely feel the divine energy leaking out of your feet and then slamming into me, though.
She just sort of turns around and says, "Oh, thanks. Sorry about that."
You're okay. I can take 2 more of those.
So what's the plan, Grounded?
Don't take too many of those. It really damages your constitution. Okay, so I'm gonna say
Google that.
Can I just IM you something?
Yeah, of course.
Gargoyle has been called a bird brain twice, and he hasn't been cognizant for either time.
You would have heard it, actually, but you'd just be like, oh my god, this hag
it's
is so
madness.
cool. Like, in Ultraro mode. But about a hag.
You Alan have 360-degree vision.
Yeah.
Do Ellen have what?
Have 360-degree vision.
It's not exactly 360 degrees. What is the actual number? I think it's like 270.
I mean, in real life, I know that owls have like a decent view, but not like perfect circle. But I was wondering if in the game they had like the same way beholders have perfect vision.
In 5e, everyone has 360-degree vision on the battlefield. It's...
Oh, yeah.
Just
With the extra bones from the human element, sure, why not? Also, because I think I've already had Gargoyle look like directly behind himself before.
So secrets are being discussed by our games master and the source of all these problems.
Yeah, you can just say that one out loud. I don't know.
I was feeling extra.
Yeah, fair, but
Really extra.
All right, well, say it out loud because I think everyone needs to know what this plan is.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to try and run around the hag, shouting the battle cry of "Walk, what is it good for?" But instead of actually trying to attack, what I want to do is I want to basically just try and subtly throw aside my figurine of wondrous power, and obviously that's the activation phrase. And then I want to trip over and make it look like to cover it up so the hag doesn't notice.
Okay.
Sounds like a good plan, but it really should have been working 9 to 5.
Oh my god.
Well, the full battle cry is "Walk, what is it good for?" Absolutely everything.
Okay, so what I'm going to need you to do is, first of all, do your movement. Then give me a deception roll, please. Let me have a look at the insight of a... Oh my god. Alright, better be good.
Okay.
I will go against passive insight, because I don't think she's going to... Like, she's going to have to use an action to work out what you're doing. But I'll go against passive as a DC.
That's good.
Weird, because she just said the whole plan.
Yeah, it's good because I don't actually have any bonus to charisma, so... Natural 1.
Natural 1. That is unfortunate. You've used your inspiration as well, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so you run round and you do a very theatrical trip. And it's very, very obvious. And you say, walk, what is it good for? And the hag has been in your head and knows what that does. It still works, though. Because it's a magic item. You just have to say it and activate it. Like, there's nothing she can do to stop it working. So let me find a token. Can you remind me what it creates? I know roughly, but exactly.
Was a...
What size Vigorous Wonder of Power is it?
It is
It
a
was a
homebrewed tiny one.
Yeah.
But
I had it written down here.
she got it in a claw machine in an arcade on the beach.
Man, I miss beachside arcade machines.
Yeah, they were great.
Mm-hmm.
This one
I
wasn't
miss-
so good.
yeah.
It turned ground
On my
before.
character sheet that I've got Flash of Genius now, and I should have been using that probably a few times.
Yep. Well, that's the thing about new powers you get after a level up. You forget them for the first 3 sessions, then kick yourself, and then you'll remember, and you'll never
I remember
forget.
my level 7 one and took 15 points of damage for it.
I'm very proud.
Yeah, sorry about this. I wrote Jade Dragon Figure of Wondrous Power on my character sheet, but I forgot to actually write the...
It's fun.
Okay, I've done a search on on Discord. Okay, Green Dragon Wormling is what comes out.
Okay, and does this just follow my initiative, or...?
Yeah, so it's gonna act on your initiative. It is not that size. A Wormling is 5 feet. Have you got the stats for a Green Dragon Wormling? If not, I'll pop them up, but you're probably going to want them.
Oh, for the record, my plan was basically to drop it at my feet where I started. And
Okay.
Try and, yeah, so it would have been here.
Sorry, that was me taking my concentration check.
Right, I don't know how to mark it, but
You can just move the token.
yeah, there we go.
Yep. So it's going to. I'm going to add it to the initiative straight after you. And it is going. Basically, what you can do is use a bonus action to command it. Otherwise, it will take actions on its own. It is intelligent. But if you want it to do something specific, that will require your bonus action. Otherwise, it will go, "Mah," and I will control it. But if you give it a bonus action, you can control it.
Okay.
Also, I'm afraid you are prone,
Right.
just so you know.
Okay. Can I, since it can act on its own, can I use my bonus action to, just sort of press, try and, just press myself against this rock and hide? Or would that be a bit...
Hide as a bonus action against that rock down on the ground right next to the thing that can absolutely see you, I think might be a stretch. You can try to get round behind the rock. I mean, you'll take a... Oh, you can bonus action disengage and try and crawl away if you want. Because if she's getting out of your reach, if you get out of her reach, if she's got to enter 5 feet of you again to hit you, she's going to take attacks of opportunity from at least a Green Dragon Wormling and a very angry Paladin, so...
Yeah. You know what, actually I'm going to say I'm going to risk the attack of opportunity to move around here.
Okay, move
And
around
take
and
the
then
bonus action
bonus action
hide.
hide. Yeah, sure.
The very angry paladin sounds like the very hungry caterpillar.
That is going to be
Not
100% of your movement to do that. So you're around there, so you will still be prone, but you can totally do your bonus action hide. Roll your stealth check.
Yep, and obviously that attack of opportunity is going to be at disadvantage. Because of the terpsichordian girdle.
It will be normal because you are prone.
Oh yeah.
But she's not got a great attack, honestly, as a melee. Like, she's not here for melee fighting, let's put it that way. She swipes with her claw. Okay, 19 to hit. She swipes with her claws. And that, that was a decent roll. But it doesn't do that much damage. It does 13 points of slashing damage with a claw.
Ouch.
Rakes your back as you crawl away.
Did you say 17?
Yep.
17, okay.
No, hang on.
Wait, what?
No, it can't have been. 14.
I've completely lost.
14 points.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just looking at the dice. Like I simply saw a 7 and just read 7 like that. Like it physically can't have been.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of 7s, that's a 27 stealth check.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're pretty confident you're probably hidden.
The very angry paladin still has like a hole in the book, but instead of food, it's just other monsters.
It's just stabbing.
It's to wag your finger at them and go, nope, nope, nope.
But what does the very angry paladin turn into at the end?
Okay.
I guess we'll have to find out.
One other thing I
Depends
need.
on your deity.
One other thing I need from you, please, Bree, is I'm going to need a name for this wormling.
Oh yeah.
And it's also their go. And oh,
Yeah.
perfect range for a poison breath, isn't it? Because it can use its
I'm
breath
gonna
weapon.
say Anthony.
Anthony, lovely.
With or without an H?
Yeah, good question. So poison breath.
Because it matters so much mechanically.
I just need to roll a Constitution saving throw as the breath covers old Nana and no one else. Ooh, that's a failure actually. I'll let you roll the damage because you know it's your creature. So 66, please.
A wormling.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wormlings are fierce. Oh, I do have to roll to see if it recharges. It does not recharge, so it won't get to do that next turn.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to summon a boss monster to fight another boss monster.
A
Yeah,
wormling
yes.
is only a CR2 creature.
Oh, okay. I mean, it gets. It's the breath weapon is sort of a legendary action, though. Okay, that is 10, 15, 25 points of damage.
25 points of damage. Is she immune or resistant to poison? She ain't. Okay. So she is now bloodied. Or whatever it is that's coming out of her. It's sort of black and green and oozing from her skin. Grim stuff. Okay, so that's going to be the dragon's go, and I think Anthony's going to stay there. I mean, that's a good position for Anthony to be in. How much health do dragon wormlings have? Let me just check. 38 hit points, so I'll just mark that so I know. Okay. With the Jade Dragon having gone, it's going to be a legendary action from the hag. She sort of splutters under the poison and points at, not at Grounded, can't see Grounded, points at Gargoyle and says, "You need some sort of pet. That's a strange dog you have there, dearie." And there's this ice-like sliver in your mind. And yeah, I'm going to need I think it's Constitution saving throw. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Is it because she knows that Grounded likes birds?
I mean, she chose the paladin last time.
That's 20.
20,
Dirty
you're fine. No damage. No damage at all. Nothing. It's
Sadly, use my reaction. Can't hit back.
yeah. No, that would have been. I mean, your sentinel. What triggers that? Is it any spell casting?
Any attack that doesn't target me, I believe, is the wording. But I've used my reaction already, so I can't use it.
That's technically not an attack. It's a save.
You master blah 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 blah. When a creature within 5 foot makes an attack against a target other than you, so unless it's attack, then yeah.
Yeah. For that one, it's not. The claws would have done it though against grounded. Absolutely. Anyways, that's the legendary action popping off, and we go over to Gargoyle.
Oh god, I didn't think about what I was gonna do.
It's fine. You're charmed. You don't have to.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to retake. Oh yeah, no. First of all, you've got to attack the nearest creature to you, which is Anthony. Punch a dragon. It'll be fine.
I am also as close.
I was gonna say, like, luckily that's low, but actually Thunder Gauntlets does have a +7, so
The hag does choose the target.
That's 13.
13 doesn't hit. AC of a green dragon wormling is 17.
Good to know.
I mean, Grounded would know this anyway. Like, Bree's got the stat block, so because I don't mind you lot knowing this. Like, this is your ally. This is like you knowing what Hannah's AC is. So that's You've got another attack, of course, if you'd like to. Just run around and punch Grounded or something. But
I'll take the wisdom save.
Yeah, you can do the wisdom save. You've also got obviously bonus actions if you need to.
That is 11.
11 won't do
+3.
it. Oh, plus
I know it's no.
Oh,
that is +3. I'm doing the +3.
Do we need to trade dice so I roll lower and you roll higher? Or...
No, it's 12, but still not gonna.
That's a shame. This is a long-running one. Yeah. Oh no! Hold on! Shit! It's concentration. Hold on. She just took how much damage? That was 26 points of damage. So she's got to do a DC 13 con save, or she loses concentration. So let me just do that. Okay, she would have passed. That's fine. She got.
Why do I have Morian's dice?
I don't know why I'm rolling high all of a sudden. Like normally when I'm DMing with these two D20s, it's sub 10 every time.
The hag's controlling it.
Yeah. I mean, clearly Al's just borrowed. No, not Al. Icky's borrowed my dice for ever. Okay. So, Gargoyle, that's your go, I'm afraid. We go over to Hannah.
Before I launch into my attacks, I'm just going to mentally assage the situation and work out what's at stake here. I'm assuming there is no room for negotiation, no room for failure, no room for any type of parley in this. This is a thing stuck in one of my friends' head. And
If you want to do a
dies
deal,
or we die.
if you want to do a deal with a hag, she'd absolutely be open to it.
Nope.
It's kind of her thing.
No more than tea.
Yep.
This is the cost of one bag of tea.
Yep. No.
Over
Yep, no.
50 sessions ago.
So
been a
I'm assuming I
long
saw
payoff on
grounded
this.
slink off. Actually, I can't really move here. I need to keep these two under defense for now. So let's stick here. I am, however, going to attack. So let us roll me dice, as it were. That's a roll of 3, so 9's not going to hit. That is a 17, though.
17 is just what you need. Yeah.
I have exactly a 50% chance to hit thanks to this magic weapon. Right, and of course we are burning my second to last level 2 slots.
Yes! Smite!
Smite. So, first of all, magic damage, because that's probably, like, let's just do everything in the order of things. So, first bit, magic damage is going to be the weapon plus 5 now, because it's magic, which is 9 points of magic damage.
Okay, nice.
And then, this is all radiant. 5, 9, 14. 14 radiant on top of that.
Okay. So that was 23 points in total, so another constitution save. And that's going to be 11.
Yep.
Oh, no, she passes that one as well.
There. I believe there's nothing much more for me to do. It's a decent tactical position here, and I have not got any bonus actions left to utilize. I could start spending magic spells on things, but I need to save them for smites. So that is my turn.
Okay, so it is lair actions time. She's got all of her lair actions back, because she's used them all now. So she is going to point at Hannah and say, "You."
Me what?
I don't like you. Wazowski, apparently. And get out of my lair. Charisma save, please.
And the good old reverse scorpion.
Don't natural one.
So again, pointing out that I have like a 50% chance on every single one of these rolls, but I seem to only win it when it counts, aside from attacks. I have a +9 to my charisma checks. I also rolled a 12.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, you pass. So you feel this pull, like ripping you out of this plane, but you just go, no. Sheer force of will keeps you here. You start to see sort of doors appearing everywhere, but they all just fade out. And you're like, no. And the hag looks at you a little like, interesting, dearie. You're stronger than you look. Okay, that's the lair action done. And it's the hag's go.
You have a name, you know.
The hag's? She'll say it.
I do have a name. You don't have to call me dearie.
Oh, I see. No, she calls everyone dearie. Apart from Birdbrain. Right.
Stop.
It's gonna be a running thing that like every enemy of the guild just calls Gargoyle Birdbrain.
How's
You've
everyone
never been called Birdbrain before.
How's everyone doing hit points wise? We all alright?
I'm down to 10.
Just over half.
Hmm.
He has lived the majority of his life with birds, so it wouldn't have come up much as an insult.
How are you down to 10 already?
Well, I was... I took like
14 damage from
14
the
earlier.
Damage.
I took
Yeah.
15 of that. How are you still
Yeah,
down?
There's the
I took
claw.
14 from the attack of opportunity.
Jeez, grounded.
The
Wait.
claw.
Right. No, yeah, I was at 24 then, yeah.
Please don't die again.
Oh no.
Well-
No!
You killed her!
No!
Ah!
And the guild is just stuck in Grounded's brain forever.
I'm eyeing up the best time to use this. I think she's going to drop the Crown of Madness, and she's going to use something else, because the Crown of Madness does not appear to be working.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So, yeah, she drops the Crown of Madness. So, Gargoyle, you'll have your turn back. Because it's not, other than reducing action economy, it's not gaining any extra attacks, which is what she needs right now. And she is going to cast Sleep. Nighty-night, darlings.
No.
20 feet of a point she chooses. This is going to be risky. She's
Oh,
gonna,
yeah.
Can you see me though?
she's going to choose Anthony. She can't see you, but I don't think she needs to see you. It's all creatures within 20 feet. And that includes her. But let's see how many
But
hit
you start
points.
with like hit dice and go back
You
up, don't
do.
you?
You start with the lowest number of remaining hit points at the moment.
I think Gargoyle still has like 50.
Then
Okay.
you're probably
I don't suppose
okay.
this yeah. I don't suppose this works like Pokemon and sleeping will restore my health.
It doesn't. No, you'll probably lose a lot, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, because I have to roll the amount of HP I can affect. So, right, that's pretty low already. Shit, I don't think this is going to affect anyone. Holy shit, this is a subpar roll. I'm definitely rolling d8s. Yeah. Oh my days. Has anyone got less than 16 health? Grounded, you're asleep. No one else is. That was 5d8. God damn it. Grounded, yep, you're unconscious, I'm afraid. You can be woken by someone using an action to wake you up, or if you take damage. Until then, you're asleep. And that is the hag's go, I think. Yeah. Grounded, you're go. You're asleep. You just...
Curious to shave my head.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, you are quite well hidden. 27, having a nap in, like, under a stump. Yeah. Well, it's your turn. You're lying there and you're just gonna... You're dreaming sweetly of Huey, Louie, Dewey, and Higgs, and they're just like going beep 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 around your head. Yeah, so that's your go. Over to the Jade Dragon, who is still up and still angry. Doesn't have an order from Grounded, so it is going to just attack with a bite, which is probably not going to hit. It is going to hit. Okay. Roll me a d10, please, for damage, and I'll see if it's poison breath recharges. Nope.
That's 5 points of damage then.
Okay, 5 more points of damage, plus... That's going to be actually 5 plus... Oh, and a d6, please. It does poison damage as well. So it's going to be...
Oh, that's just the 1 point of poison damage.
Okay, so a total of 4 more points of damage, because it's resist. She's got resistance to the piercing damage. Because wormlings do not count as magical weapons initially. I get that later. Still, Jade Dragon has done some damage, which is more than we can say for who's up next. Gargoyle.
Woof.
Mainly because I wanted him to hit you. But you are free to do whatever you want now. The Crown of Madness is gone from your head. You have the floor. Make that hag regret everything. Or you can look around for Grounded. You have the highest perception. You have a very low chance of finding a DC 27 stealth roll, though.
That is true, or I could make more problems.
You could do that. You could definitely make more problems.
Would the wormling be willing for an enlarge reduce?
Well, it depends. Enlarge or reduce?
Enlarge.
Absolutely fine with it.
Alright, Gargoyle is going to aim his gauntlet and shoot a pellet towards the wormling that kind of absorbs into it. And then it grows. By
the way, anyone who can speak Draconic can speak to the wormling. Like, if you happen to speak, like they've got an int score of 14.
We never discussed an appropriate language for Gargoyle. We did, it's over.
Kind of horrifying how it's basically created a creature that's gonna live like however long it is.
So now the wormling is a size larger than it was.
Yep. You lot are gonna get pushed back as it grows.
I guess I get pushed in. I guess I get pushed there since that's the only place I could get pushed.
Yeah.
Because that seems like a wall there.
Well,
yeah.
What else happens from enlarge reduce?
The target has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. And the target's weapons also grow to match its new size. While these weapons are enlarged, the target's attacks with them deal 1d4 extra damage.
Neat. Okay, that's really cool. All right. Anything else, Gargoyle?
I think that's it.
Okay. You're going to get
vicious mockery. I'll use my movement so I'll use my movement to go around and just be next to Grounded.
Okay. Oh, well, actually, she can't see you. Paladin, you're getting vicious mockery. Hannah, and she goes,
I'm sorry, I need to
even the pet is stronger than you now. So yeah, wisdom save, sorry.
22.
Oh, yep, you're fine.
Sorry, I got that wrong. 23.
Yep, you're fine. No damage at all. Right, next up is Hannah.
Do you have any material that is effective? What attack?
I'm saving my type 5.
19 hits, I assume.
Yeah.
Sorry, 19 plus whatever I need to add hits. And shall I roll the second attack now, or shall I just... Oh, I'll do the first bit first, because it requires me spending my final spell slots. Holy on this. This is so many spell slots. Oh no, that's...
I mean, we've got nothing else going on today.
You hope.
Sorry, that's all...
I mean,
sorry,
we
all my-
had nothing else going on today.
All my level 2 spell slots are gone at this juncture. So this is now down to ones. And miscasting all of these. First of all, that is 11 points of magic. And then 6, 8, 14 points of radiant.
Okay.
And I think that's me out of spell slots entirely now.
Sword just comes crashing down on the hag, and she sort of deflates almost like a burlap sack filled with farts. And she collapses to the ground and withers into a screaming pile of dung and mud and twigs. And she is no more. And after about 2.5 years of searching, you eventually find Grounded having a nap under a tree.
I mean, if
Nice to
if
know
the
that the
hag
larger
died,
juice
if
was
I
so
wake up-
integral.
Yeah.
So, cool.
If the hag dies, wouldn't that break her concentration?
Sleep is not a
Throwing
concentration
that out
spell.
there.
I'll use an action to wake her up.
Yeah. You find her eventually. Like, she's properly hidden, like, but you find her eventually. Mainly
Just
because of the
5 more
snoring.
minutes.
Mainly because of the snoring. Yeah, and the, and the general. She's like, no, Higgs, you idiot.
Oh, Crowder would never call Higgs an idiot.
Fair enough. Just like, no, Higgs, no, it's dangerous, Higgs. In the dream. So, Grounded, you wake up and Anthony's a lot bigger than you expected. I don't know how.
That lasts for 1 minute.
Okay, Anthony's back to normal size. Anthony will remain for 8 hours. Before
Hope Anthony appreciated it.
The hag is dead.
We've only got this dragon friend for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aww.
And this figurine only works once. This was a one-off. The figurine is smashed.
But
Anthony will die in 8 hours.
no.
Anthony turns to you and goes, "Why have you done this to me?" In Draconic, but none of you speak Draconic, so you just hear words.
We love you too, Anthony.
And
It's got dark all of a sudden, and we've gone through a field of all of us as corpses.
the world collapses around you, and you reappear in Cantlore. You surrounded by the bards. They have had a few more drinks. And one of them is sat there. It's probably Pisshead is sat there holding a boot, going, rest in peace, Grounded, killed by the hag. Miss. And just as you free appear. Well, 4 of you actually. So 3 of you and a dragon wormling appear in the circle, and they're somewhat surprised. In fact, I'll bring the old map on. I'm on the wrong screen. That's why I can't see maps. Right, hang on. There we go.
Bergold's going to have a glimpse through the temporal stone to see if he can, like, gauge just how much these guys have drunk.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So you all reappear, and Buck is like, this is some strong stuff. The dead girl's back. And Steve's like, no, mate, they're all back. They're all back. I don't. Oh no. Oh no! And runs to the edge and vomits off the edge of the of Sky Theatre. But yeah, Toadie walks up and goes, "They got all their drink. Congratulations, Groundon," sticks out an arm. I assume you did it. He is, of course, facing 90 degrees away from you, looking at a different Grounded in his head, but very much attempting to congratulate you. You did it. I always knew you could. Hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. Well, I assume. Because I saw a lot of dancing lights, which that might have been the drink. And just collapses straight to the ground. But yeah, the ritual is complete. The hag is gone from your head, but left behind in your head, there is this knowledge. The hag was giving you power in a way, but taking as well. But some of that, when, wasn't quite so hid from you as you were expecting. As you might expect. The hag basically had grown arrogant and complacent, and while giving you power, hadn't saw fit really to put any fail-safes in to make sure that, should you turn against her, her power can't be used. So there's some left in a little vault in your mind. And you now
have the power of a pile of mud.
You now have the power normally vested to third-level artificers who choose the alchemy route. You are able to create. What are they called? Experimental elixirs. When you finish a long rest, you can magically produce an elixir in an empty flask. You roll on the elixir table to determine what it is, which you roll when someone drinks. So you don't know what it'll do until someone drinks it. So yeah.
Yep, neat.
That's a very grounded feature.
And the options are healing, swiftness, resilience, boldness, flight, or transformation. So, it's pretty... They're all good. It's just you don't know which one's going to happen. There might have been other bits that you got from that. I'll have to double check because it was a while ago we wrote what that was. But that was the main gist, I think, was the experimental elixirs. Oh, +1 to wisdom as well. Your wisdom is increased by 1. There you go.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. So still only a +1, but it's a higher +1.
Combine it with a feat or something, and you'll be at a +2 soon enough. But yeah, you need to have alchemist supplies to make them, but it's no check to make them. It just happens.
Okay.
And you have completed the goal to remove the hag from your head. No longer will you ever hear. Although, I'll talk to you about that later because I've just thought the hag probably has a ghost.
Oh no.
But that died off somewhere else.
I am wondering if we should pay the bards back for such a good job they did. I should give them the gift of sobriety.
I don't think they want to.
Sobriety.
Steve looks at you and says, "Are you fucking kidding?"
I mean, I can have beer instead.
Beer! And they start going chug, 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 chug.
You could get sober and get drunk again.
Hey! No point. Hey!
Yeah, so I was about to say, like, hello, I'm a paladin. This is not going to work. I will drink all these people under the table.
Grounded decides to join him. She has literally got 2 bottles of what's literally just ethanol.
Oh my god! Alright, Constitution saving throw, please.
Downing Everclear.
Yeah, and
Takes out a random mirror marble, why not?
Hannah, do you have immunity to poison? Or the poison
I'm
condition?
immunity to disease, however, I can just lay on hands to get rid of any poison.
Oh, well, that's neat. I thought you could just get rid of disease for lay on hands.
Oh no, I'm just immune to disease.
Ah.
And yeah, I can get rid of disease as well, lay on hands as well. But
Oh,
just
nice.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
it's
neutralize
like
multiple poisons. That's so cool. So you can just undrunk yourself. Just like, no. Okay. Oh, that's neat. That's neat.
Yeah, so again, like, ignoring the fact that I will have a higher constitution than most bards.
Yeah. You're sitting there cleaning up all the bottles and going, so, we're not feeling too great this morning. Who wants to hear about Jesus?
Never that bad. No. Getting to know these bards, getting to know these bards quite well. You know, their mannerisms, how they behave.
Granted, I think somewhere on your sheet you have an ally or companion or cohort section on which the brass cannons are listed. I can't remember if I told you that there was a stat associated with their loyalty to you, but beating a hag shows you're probably quite powerful, so whatever it is that I told you to write down, increase it by 1.
Okay.
I've got it written separately in Legend Keeper and I'll update that as well, but...
Yeah, I literally just have Jock Bards written down here because it was from before we decided on the name.
That's fine. I'll write it down on Legend Keeper where I've got it written down as well.
And I don't see a number anywhere.
The brass cannons. Yes, that's it.
You know, we were there too.
Yeah, whatever, nerd.
Well, you can have you can have my enemy as well if you want.
Okay,
share an enemy.
Relation to grounded improved by beating hack. Okay, I hadn't put a number against it. I've just have a general disposition thing. So, okay. Yeah, that's probably going to be the session actually because it's already 10:30. Although I was expecting this to be a pretty big boss fight.
Yeah.
You should wait until you see what I've done for Rosad.
Christ.
I showed it to Andres at one point and he went, "You're going to kill him."
See, the worry I now have is that if you've prepped anything for me, because there's always the opportunity that you haven't prepped anything for me. If you have, the only thing you could have prepped will be, oh god, terrifying things.
I've saved the best till last for you.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, I mean, you've got your goal. Your goal is always going to be associated with a pretty big fight for the reward.
Then, yeah, it's going to be horrifying if it is what I'm expecting. Looking forward to it.
I mean, you feel free to tell me your suspicions in private. Don't say them out loud because the other party members don't know a bit more about other things. I won't confirm or deny. I'm just kind of curious, honestly. But it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. But yeah, well done. I was expecting when I wrote that fight for there to be 5 characters against the Zag. You know, I was expecting Eao. I was expecting Rosad as well. Because I wrote this over Christmas. So, yeah, really good. I mean, I was expecting 6th level instead of 7th, but that doesn't make that much of a difference, to be honest. It's not like when you go into 5th level, you get a whole extra attack. Yeah, I was...
dropping us to 1 party member on the board and still upright in the first turn was kind of terrifying.
Yeah! I love that whale. I stole that from a Banshee, of course, which are a CR2 creature. I'm not going to be at all terrified about throwing remove from board effect in D&D 4 for our game.
at all now.
I do have this terrifying idea that screeching you're talking about is a banshee. Like, but I know my character won't know, so he's still going in. But I'm terrified that that is the.
Anyway, that's a completely different D&D campaign. That isn't dreamed.
Thankfully.
What do you mean, thankfully?
Well, because if it was this campaign, I mean, I couldn't handle some of the asshole characters you've got to deal with, like that Emerus, absolute bastard.
Time to play his mother is the problem.
Emerus, who became the establishment.
Let me see how much experience you get from that. Oh yeah, a pretty decent amount. So divide this between the three of you. 3,900 experience points, because that was a CR8 creature.
That makes it 1,300 each.
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, 1,300 each.
But that's a lot.
It was a fight that took basically the entire session.
Yeah. That brings us up to 21,613, I think.
I think more.
Oh shit!
No, wait.
Sorry, hang on. There's one other bit of roleplay to do.
Yep, sure. We can finish on that. Cause I think we're on 22k, or at least just over 22k, close to 23. But I might be wrong on my maths there.
Grounded, there's something in your pocket.
Something in my pocket.
Grounded.
Oh, grounded.
Okay.
It is a small, lustrous black gem. Would you know what this is? Who's up on their Fey knowledge? Who reckons their character would know about Fey?
Gargoyle reckons the character would know about Fey. He reckons.
You are Fey touched.
And also Fey descendant.
Yeah. Do you know about hags? I think so. So, roll me, we'll call this an Arcana check, because this is a magic item that hags have.
Oh god. That is a 12.
Okay, so when you bring out this, it's almost like an obsidian pebble. Gargoyle, you see it, and you go, that's a heartstone.
That's a heartstone.
Don't eat it. You know that the touch of a heartstone will cure any disease. At all. That includes the ones that can only be cured by wish or greater restoration.
I know that the touch of a heartstone will cure any disease.
And that while you have it,
in my mouth?
you can use an action to become ethereal.
And while you have it, you can use this concept that they tried to explain to me a number of times called an action.
But what happens if I pop it in my mouth?
If you pop it in your mouth, you immediately die.
You make the concept that we call a constitution save.
So you're saying I can mess again this by putting it in people's mouths now?
No.
You don't immediately die. You have a heartstone. You have a hag's heartstone, which can only be taken from hags. Hags are the only things that can craft these. And that was what was allowing her to go ethereal. You can do it as an action. She was doing it as a legendary action. She's just more powerful, I'm afraid.
So is that 1300 XP?
Yes. And
I think the new XP is 2600, 613.
so heartstones.
What, sorry?
2600, 613.
26, 613. Yike. Yeah, jeez.
So heartstones can typically only be used by hags, but you have that touch. Not Fey touched, literally explicitly hag touched. That is going to let you use it.
I've got touch. Yeah.
I'm going to say
I've
you
got
can
power.
use it up to your, not proficiency bonus per se, Maybe,
What's your worst modifier?
I'm thinking, well, the problem with proficiency bonus is it's often an odd number for a large amount of time, and if you use it to become ethereal and then jump back and then become ethereal again, you're trapped in the ethereal plane. So I'm thinking it can probably be used twice per long rest. So that's one ethereal, one back.
Okay.
Raw
Can you
these
just
can't be
stand there
used
as
by
long as you
anything
like?
other than a hag normally. What was that, sir?
Can you stay in there as long as you like?
Yeah. If you want to, you might not want to. The ethereal plane's not great. I mean, grounded, you'll probably be alright. That's where the ghosts live, but and specters and a lot of other undead.
And where the hag lives now, I guess.
Yeah. And hags will... It specifically says on a heartstone, a hag separated from their heartstone will stop at nothing to get it back.
And the hag is always with you now, isn't?
Yeah. I'm gonna say grounded immediately shifts into the ethereal plane, high fives the insight ghost, and shifts back out again.
So the rest of you just see grounded just vanish for a second, and then come back. Yeah, you get a high five from Insight Ghost for sure.
Don't give Hetty a hug or anything.
No, it's fine. It's not like she has basically never been hugged. No, just high five the Insight Ghost. You have one other item actually as well.
The drunk bards are like, whoa.
You have a black sack made of stitched flesh.
Yeah. What's in it?
Flesh.
That is not what I gave you the sewing tools for.
It's definitely humanoid flesh.
Is it tiefling flesh?
Yeah, why not?
Is it orange?
Yeah, why not? I will say, mechanically, there's not actually much you can do with this. This is something only hags can use, and literally only hags can use. But I would say, Gargoyle, you probably know this is a soul bag, and it contains the soul of a humanoid in it. It's trapped in there.
This is a soul bag. It contains the soul of a humanoid in it. It's trapped there.
But also the soul that's in there is the same humanoid whose flesh makes the bag.
Ah. Is there a way to empty
Is
it?
there a way to make it not orange anymore?
That'll be something you're going to have to research.
Yeah.
But it's totally a downtime project you can do on that.
There were a lot of grounded corpses there. Just...
Who knows? But yeah, trendy corpse bag. Add that to the inventory. Yeah.
That's something I want near us.
It's probably cursed as fuck.
Bards are loving it though.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, sick!
And they're like, and then Gargoyle explains it to them and they're like, oh yes!
Sick! Like, imagine if you told Jack Black you had a bag made of human flesh that contains the soul of an evil person. Like, you know, that's how these bards are going to react. Because it has to specifically be an evil person that's in it as well. Oh, I should have made it a mime.
They deserve... No. What do you... Oh no!
Mediocre or something like that. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's mediocre.
Oh no! Wait,
The soul of the body of Bully Chesterton.
Bully's still technically alive, as well, unalive. Bully is undead.
You don't need to be dead not to have your soul.
Only for like a year.
Oh yes, Bully's got explicitly 1 year left. Well, that's probably a little bit less than that. About 50 weeks left to live, strapped as the figurehead on the what was the airship called again? your
I wasn't
pirate
here for that.
gang had? This was the Guild of Icons Evil, a mini campaign I ran in between.
Yeah, the airship that's probably going to be attacking Karaki at some point.
Yeah, maybe. It genuinely ended with a fight between Cthulhu and Tiamat. Thanks to some impressive rolls on the D1000 Wild Magic Search table.
And a dragon mech.
Oh yeah! No, yeah, it was a Voltron made of smaller dragons together, combined into the Big B's largest hand. Versus Tiamat. And no, that was versus Cthulhu at that point. Tiamat was on your side while you were in the airship with the arcane cannons and all of those cat boys. It was a weird one. It started with like 4 character deaths within 10 minutes.
Did some tanks fall out of the air?
To watch
Oh,
these
no.
episodes, please look through the YouTube VODs.
Yeah.
Here on youtube.com/hiscursedness.
I genuinely think the finale of that mini campaign is the best DMing I've ever done in my life, because I had to improvise a battle between 2 gods. None of that was in the plans, so I'm very proud of that. Do go watch that in the VODs. It's great. It's fucking great. Nick, put a card here that has a link to it. I won't do that. I won't remember. Yeah, no, I enjoyed that. But yeah, like, Mediocre was the first to die in the Guild of Icons Evil. Punched a cow punched back. Mediocre had 4 hit
I
points.
mean, also, another team member team killed.
Yeah, there was a lot of team killing going on in that one.
Anything to circle back to for this current session?
No,
Or
sorry, I
wrapping
got
up?
really distracted. Yeah, it's been a long week. My brain is just not here. We're gonna we'll probably end at this point. We'll say you will make it safely back to Petra's. I will probably have you narrate the entrance to Petra's next session, because I want to have a bit more energy in my own brain as DM to handle Petra seeing a goddamn dragon arrive. So
Now
that's
I
gonna be
wish
fun.
it lasted longer in large juice.
I mean, you could cast it
only
again.
live one night.
No, I can't. I ran out of spell slots.
Yep, that dragon will only live at one. Like, is the next session going to be like taking the dragon on the greatest night out ever? Like, to hell with the mirror run. We're giving this dragon the best 8 hours left of its life.
I mean, we're probably waiting for another long rest before we go back into the mirror run anyway.
Or find a way to allow the dragon to exist for more than 8 hours. I mean, it's a University of Magic.
You might be able to manage something.
Playing God, you'd fit in with Cantlore well.
I will say, for the purposes of long rests, you can actually long rest from now onwards. Because of the way the time works. Your last long rest was midnight till 8. It's now midnight, so you could long rest again. But yeah, we'll sort all that out. We'll sort all that out next. I'm gonna mute y'all. I'm gonna hit the bye-bye screen, and then I'll be back. Probably only very briefly for a chat afterwards, because I need the loot. Right. See you, everyone. Alright, hang on. I'm going to hit the button to turn off the music. Turn off the music! Boom. Alright, outro. There we go. Right, we will be back in 2 weeks with the next session, which I thought was going to be the hag fight, but is now probably going to be something else. I'll have a chat and see what the party want to do. But still no raids yet, although YouTube are coming up with those soon. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's paid me for this, because, you know, several people do, and it's really nice of them. And their names are appearing here on the left. I hope everyone has a good weekend, and I'll see you all soon.